Alright, hello and welcome everyone. My name is Hand86 and I can greet you to.
Doing good. How you doing, Star?
Doing pretty good. Looking forward to this matchup. It's going to be a really good one between Namaha and Sponge versus Xef Kirox. Two forerunners here who were top 32 in the Season 3 tournament who have made their way through groups and then through brackets to reach this match, top 8. Winner will go to semifinals, losers are going home.
Star, you said it wrong. It's not top 8. It's hashtag top 8, by the way.
Yes, true.
But I am very excited to have the tournament back, having tournament matches back going. We're starting off with the Forest Medallion today. Probably, in my opinion, the best medallion to start with, because you just get that free song.
Oh yeah, speaking of, we're going to see probably that free song here as our runners get started. Which is Nocturne. Nice early find. Alright.
And the pedestal just got red really quickly. Star, you want to tell us what medallions we're hunting for today?
Yep, so we have Fire, Deku, and Water are our stones, with our Shadow being our Fire Medallion, Jumbo being our Water Medallion, DC being our Shadow Medallion, Spirit has a Vanilla Spirit Medallion, and Forest is our Light Medallion.
Alright, OOT is
OT.
Minuet. Fake hint.
Pose
Frogs
is dead.
2 is dead. And Skull Mask is dead.
Ooh, Skull Mask is dead is a nice one. Right. And we also saw hit that big pose is a bloopy, so that's nice to know.
Yeah. One of the best things about getting Nocturne off that song is it just gets you over to CAC even quicker.
It does.
Blue Fire.
And we did see some shoes in the TARDIS as well.
Yeah. Blue Fire. Is someone gonna go rush Unfreezing King Zora? I doubt it. I highly doubt it. But you know, the meme play is there if they want to make it.
It is. Is that the only one of our forerunners to go to Geddon's Castle? The other three all in CAC and Graveyard. Well, Graveyard at the moment for everyone.
I feel like at this point, these are the two most common openings we see now. Either the double CAC, splitting up Graveyard and CAC, or the Ganon's Castle CAC split. And yes, we did just see a Strength Bold in Ganon's Castle.
That's a nice find.
No, Purple, those were bomb shoes on the box.
Definitely. And hey, Bolero with the Windmill is convenient. That's another song right there.
Oh yeah, we're just song chaining today.
Let's see, Water Child has a Blippi, and a heart recovery heart, along with the heart piece and some more money on Dampe race, so that's useless.
Yep. So yeah, so biggest thing right now is that strength, which will be nice. Gets us into Dodongo's Cavern if we want to. Go in there if we don't find other explosives early. We can still go in there and do everything up to the eyeballs. Shooting the Sun has a wallet.
Oh, okay, thank you, because Nam has stream lagged just as he was trying to read that, so I had no idea. Read.
Yeah, Shooting the Sun is wallet. The wooden barrel play is a wallet today. Anju just giving us a nice red rupee, nothing big from her. A wallet in the shop as well. How much is that wallet? 180.
180.
So a wallet locked wallet and a long shot locked wallet.
Long shot and bow locked wallet to be particular.
Yes, long shot and bow locked wallet. Nothing in the
that's
bazaar.
A useless. Yep.
Double nut, double
couple
heart.
Nuts. Funny but not useful.
Yep. We got a team buy the shield going on over there with Namaha. He's declaring for team buy a shield.
Xef is heading up Geddon's tower here. And it's gonna try and get the boss key chest. 3 hearts and some nuts in a match just is all you have for this, so it's tricky at best.
Honestly, the nuts are kind of nice. If you can get that quick stun on him at the start. I don't think he did, but it does help.
Yeah, and he did get it. Nicely done.
Yeah, he handled that fight very nicely.
Not too surprising considering runners of this caliber. Just an ice trap, though. Whoa! And is also off the cack now. Alright, Song in the
Namaha getting
crater.
Song of Time.
Xef Kirox not believing in the double cack meta. Lol, hi Gav. They do. They just decided to go Gavin's castle first. Now, Xef is also in cacking graveyard. He's gonna get the bottle from the shield grave and then go off to the Kakariko since graveyard is otherwise useless, and they can't do it.
We're getting a fire dip here from Namaha. Kind of get that information off that first chest, see if we're hammer locked in here. It's not bad since we have Bolero. You're gonna be checking this anyways, because fire is actually no, fire's a stone. So not
Still pretty
necessarily
quick.
checking this.
Pretty quick though. It doesn't take too long with Bolero. It's not hard to get back, and it's good information.
No. It's a quick check.
It is.
Yeah. And now I'm expecting we're gonna see Salty going up to Ganon's castle. They'll find that strength. So yeah, we are hammer locked out of fire. So nothing to do in fire until we get a hammer.
Indeed.
Alright, and so let's see here. So obviously no one's gone child yet. Deku's a stone. Song of Time. Song of Time technically doesn't that put in logic the scrubs in Goron City?
By itself, yes it does. They
Yeah,
just don't have a
so-
fast way to get there right now, because they
Nope.
can't actually get out of the Bolero spot.
Yeah, they would have to go up, but once you get that strength, you can kind of go up. You can check into the Dodongo's Cavern, and you can kind of get up into Goron City that way. So
Yes, you can. To note though, now Namaha is heading into Ganon's castle, but does have Song of Time, so we'll be able to get one more check than Xef was able to, since he can get Shadow Trial 1 with that Song of Time.
which I believe is the kind of the argument against not coming here instantly. Kind of the double cack route is you could get a song like that, or you can get an item that could potentially give you a few more checks in here. Like if you pull Hookshot, you also have technically that Shadow 1 check. You pull Hookshot and Bomb Choose, you can just start checking Spirit Trial. So it just kind
If
of
you have a bow and no bow extension, you can actually do that instead. So strength for Namaha.
yeah. So it kind of gives you more options. If you do the double cack route, you potentially can check more in here. Yeah, I think that's
Hey, nice for Roars on Richard.
get the warp song to get out. Yeah. That's a big, yeah, exactly like Gav just said. And having the song to warp out of there. Slingshot and
Slingshot.
Bounty Shop for 100
100
rupees.
rupees.
Exactly. Need a wallet for that.
1 rupee too many.
Let's be real, even if it was 99 rupees, we probably would not be buying a 99 rupee slingshot.
No, by the way, the Ganon's Castle Scrubs also has a convenient Deku shield.
Yep. Forgot to mention that one, but that is nice. A nice cheap dagger shield. Just a bloopy on Shadow 1.
Yep.
I don't believe Richard had anything either.
Roars.
Oh. Well, that's nice. We do see Kirox checking
Sunsong
Shadow
Grave is the
1.
hammer! Sunsong.
Ooh, okay, so we need Sunsong. So now it's
Yes, we
where
do.
is Sunsong?
Maybe. We don't even know because it is
Oh, well,
Stone
yeah,
Fire.
that's true. That is true. It is Stone Fire, so we might not need that. And it is Minuet on OOT, so not a truly required song. Especially for our runners who can all jump over Mido if they want to.
Yep. Yeah, fire is hammer locked right off, but it's also a stone, so we'll see where is Sunsong for starters, and
Yeah,
how
and like
useful is that hammer?
if we get, say, Sunsong on this 3-child route that we see Salty going on, obviously we'll see the runners go get that hammer, because that could be just our first logical explosive source.
Yep.
Essentially, because it does act as an explosive source. But even then, we might not see a fire play right away, but just going to get the hammer just to have something to check all the explosive checks.
Yeah, and I guess for those who are maybe perhaps not as familiar with these settings, we do have standard weekly settings, plus this is Open Rainbow Bridge with Ganon's Boss Key and all Medallion Light Arrow cutscene. We have Cheap Scrub Sanity, Shop Sanity 4, Dungeon Token Sanity, Spree Scarecrow, Start as Adult with Ocarina, and then 40 Skulls, 50 Skulls, and the Worst Scrub are excluded.
Thank God for that worst scrub being excluded. That's honestly one of the best settings.
Yeah,
That
for those who
scrub
don't
sucks.
know, that scrub is a child-only scrub in Death Mountain Crater.
You have to
Hey
climb
there,
all the
Sunsong.
way up to get him. Yep. So
Yeah.
yeah. So now we go get that hammer, especially with Nocturne.
Oh yeah, super quick.
They'll get that hammer while they're here. It's an explosive source. Even if we found bombs or something on this route, you still grab that hammer.
No reason not to do it.
No.
You know, you don't want to leave it behind and have it be necessary.
No, and especially because we have Nocturne, especially.
Oh yeah.
Boomerang for 15 rupees in
That's
Cack Bazaar.
that
Or
is
not
one.
Cack Bazaar. Market Bazaar.
Yep, one cheapo ring.
We do see, so we see the Dodongo's Cavern strength play going on from Kirox. Wow, look at those very expensive double Deku shields. Good thing the scrubs gave us one.
Yes, indeed.
So yeah, Dodongo's Cavern, if you have not seen a lot of Rando, is obviously we're in here as an adult. Coming in as an adult, you're tall, so this dungeon's just broken. So we're gonna be checking the scrubs and skulls in here, but if you don't have those settings on, you kind of just walk through a lot of it. You'll still see that. You'll see him jump up on the ledges and kind of just skip a lot of the rooms in this dungeon.
Yep.
Yeah,
Just a
2
heart piece
non-chop
and-
shields.
Yep. Thanks. Nothing on child shooting. Rocket has the boomerang and not a whole lot else.
Just a heart
for
piece on
wing.
that skull. This next
Those-
one, we can't check this one actually. The top skull up here, the Pierre skull.
Yeah, no, has
yeah.
no bow, has no bomb shoes, has no hook shot. Cannot check this.
Yeah. If we had something to hit it, we could have checked it, but we need a hook shot to get up there. So, but like you can see right here, see he's just tall, so he can just jump up on that ledge, skip that whole back room past those baby Dodongos that he was in the hallway with. He's gonna walk back there anyways because there is a scrub back there. But we don't actually have to kill all these enemies. We can just go back, check the skull, and then probably either save quit or walk out. Probably save. It's save quit. Save quit's faster.
Yes, as chat points out, you can technically push the Armor statue all the way down the hall to check the Pierre's, to get the Pierre skull in DC, but it is slow, and no one wants to do it unless you're really one checks or something.
Yeah, unless that's like your first hook shot and first hook shot locks a bunch. So I don't think logically that could be that.
It could, depending on, no, it could be your first hook shot, no.
Yeah,
Hook shot is the only logical method of getting that specific skull.
If it's a long shot, but hook shot's just in some garbage location you never check, and your bow is locked behind hook shot or something, and yeah, it would be a very rare circumstance where we would see someone pull that off.
Yeah, you're more likely to see the Spirit Armor's push. Ooh, a nice magic out of the DC lobby scrub. Yeah, the Spirit Armor's push is more common.
Oh yeah. Zelda's Lullaby from Malin. So far, Child Song route, giving us access to a hammer and giving us ZL, which obviously is one of the more required songs in the game.
It is,
especially when we have Shadow.
Yes, also Jabu and Spirit.
Yeah, we have 3 dungeons that utilize that song pretty well.
Indeed.
Jabu's really just to get there. And yeah, like Purple's pointing out in chat, early magic and furores win. So that allows our runners a lot of options in dungeons. Because there could be a lot more willing to drop furores, not full clear a dungeon or an area and come back to it because they can warp back quickly. So we'll see if any teams take advantage of the furores win today.
Expect so, with magic being pretty accessible, just a skull token in the back of the ranch silo. DC has turned up a magic and nothing else so far for Kirox.
Yeah, which magic obviously is required, so it's nice, but it doesn't necessarily get us much at this point. We don't have a fire source. So that's kind of the biggest thing we would need. We are seeing him use the pot here to kill the skull. And good on it. Just a giant rupee. You know, pick that up, fill up the wallet. Why not?
May as well, you're right there.
Yeah.
Takes 2 seconds to pick it up.
So here's another room. Just we're tall. Yay.
Nothing much in the rent, scrubs, some money, and that's about it.
Yeah. So I'm expecting we're gonna see, especially with 3 of our runners child right now, we're obviously gonna be seeing a Deku play here soon. It's even no matter that's one of the dungeons that into Dodongo's Cavern. Like it doesn't matter if they're stones or medallions, you'll see teams go in there.
Yep. Oh, Xef Kirox doing a short jump and completely missing the platform in DC.
Yeah, that he kind of clipped the wall there. That was a little off on his angle, so it just kind of ate his momentum.
Yeah,
Silver
hey, scale. That's in logic.
Yep. What's the blue fire for right now?
Oh!
Blue fire, open that.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I did not know that worked.
Yes, it is not in logic, but you can't use blue fire to blow up the mud walls.
I did not know that worked.
Yes, it does. You don't see that very often. Sadly, just gets him a heart
there's
piece.
nothing.
You
know what?
don't see that often at all.
Oh look, there's a free Hylian shield in Mido's house. Somewhere Wooden Barrel is smiling, knowing that you did not have to buy a shield this seed. And Mido's house was empty besides that that Hylian shield. There was a whole lot of nothing there.
Indeed. Kirox is not having a great time with this room. Is not getting the
there's
jumps.
our shop, Deku shield. Just moved up 1 spot in the shop.
Yep, French.
It got promoted to the top row today. Because that's actually really good for Salty that shield was there, because he had not gone into Ganon's castle yet. So he doesn't have that strength or that shield that was on the scrub. So finding that shield there was big, because now he can go into Deku Tree. I think he was going to go in there anyway shieldless. But obviously now by getting that shield, he can just full clear Deku Tree.
Yeah.
And we see the double Gerudo Valley play on the top of our screens here.
Yep, as Kirox is a fool! Sadly has no explosives and has no hammer, so is locked out of here and is gonna push the switch and leave.
Yep. Which is not bad, especially because we know where bomb shoes are. If we can also either get those or find other bomb shoes at some point, you can also just blow up the eyes below. If, say, like Kirox or Xef has to go in there at some point and beat the dungeon, which we do. Right, yeah, Dodongo's. If that scale is not necessary, oh look, there's some bomb shoes on the waterfall. We could be seeing some bomb shoe strats just to open it up and just go straight to Dodongo.
Yep, because that magic is right in the front, and there was not much else in the other rooms of that scale. Nice eye drops.
Oop,
that's concerning, because we haven't seen a Begor on him yet.
We have not. Xef did just read a hint. I did not catch it.
I didn't either. We're going to see it again from Namaha here, though.
10 pack of 2s on the waterfall.
Not bad.
That's not bad. That will get them through all of Dodongo's if they want. One of Colossus's hands is dead. Left hand. Thank you, Toxic. Has a purple ruby. So left hand. I'll ask it here because left hand. It's the left for our perspective, correct? The other left hand hint was just down the river.
Yep. So the Colossus. It's from the perspective of the statue, like the Colossus.
Yeah.
So Colossus is looking out at the desert. Yep, the left hand is adult side, right hand is child side.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure to clear that up for the viewers, because definitely is sometimes you might get confused about, wait, which one's left, which one's right, because yeah, The left hand is the adult side one, so we don't need to go all the way up on adult side. Still might go up there. If we have a long shot, you can get over to the child side chest. Right?
Yes. That can even be logically required to get long shot to long shot over. Because Spirit Key
Fun
logic
finding
is
another
fun.
Deku field. Just lots of Deku fields.
Indeed. Also, I completely missed what Namaha spotted in
Rudo's
Rudo's letter
letter.
spot, as we see Rudo's letter in the lake scrubs. Okay.
That's not far off of vanilla.
Not really. Kokiri sword
dropping
as
it in the
well.
lake just gave it to a scrub.
Yeah, also nice Kokiri sword to go with it.
That's gonna be really nice for Kirox, who already has the scale. Kirox can just go in and clear Jabu, because the boomerang's in the shop for 15 rupees.
Yes, it is.
Dampe Digging Rush doesn't know that yet. I don't think they've checked that shop. Oh wait, no, because Xef has it. Never mind. They know about that boomerang.
Yeah, Derpy, it's literally on Xef's C buttons.
Yep, I see it now. Hey, there's a reason my name is what it is. Okay.
Okay, fair.
But yeah, so yeah, they'll be able to clear Jabu here soon. Are we gonna see Jabu as our first medallion dungeon clear? Because obviously we're getting a full clear here on Deku, but that is a stone.
Yeah. And yeah, actually good to know from chat that we did bow on child fishing. Nice to find.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
Namaha did it earlier.
Namaha did it earlier. Okay.
And we're about to see it here from Xef. Yep, that's a bow, alright.
Well, so now we're a hook shot away from Forest.
Hook
we
shot!
have the strength, we have the bow.
Technically, this might be logical AD for forest access.
Technically, but who cares about logic?
These runners sure don't. Namaha picking up Kokiri sword and letter now.
So a whole lot of nothing in Deku.
Yep, Deku was useless as useless gets.
Yeah, I definitely feel like we will see the Jabu rush here. Even not having the scale, we could be seeing, say, someone on father-son bonding rushing Jabu because they know where letter is. They have boomerang. Oh wait, no, they can't because they don't have. Oh no, they have bomb shoes. They could blow up and get into river.
Yeah, they can.
They just don't know that's in logic right now.
I don't think they care much. Frogs 2 is still dead.
Yeah, see, we see Namaha buying the boomerang. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him go Jabu.
No reason not to, really.
That looks like what he's doing. Yeah, you're already child also, so you don't want to have to go back and forth between adult and child. Ravaged Village is Song of Storms, so Burning Cack is Song of Storms. We also see
Nice double
opponents
defense.
on the Sun Song spot.
Yep. And that was double defense, by the way, on the Lost Woods Bridge Scrub.
Ooh, nice. Double defense is really nice in co-op in particular because you don't always get all the health. Because you're splitting up the checks. More bomb shoes.
And the Skull Kids are teaching ZL, apparently.
It sure seems like it. So that was Boulder, the Boulder of Destiny, or just the boulder right outside of the market is heart container on light the torches. Yep. Oh my god, it
Boulder
literally
had some
is
more shoes.
Are we gonna get the full ZL from the Skull Kids?
Good question.
Come on, one more note. You guys can do it. Oh wait, no, we stop at 5 notes. No.
Yeah, that's hilarious. They're teaching ZL.
They just forgot the last
ZL,
note.
so.
They just don't know the last note. Unfortunate for the Skull Kids.
Also, Xef being here in Graveyard is just gonna also pick up Sunsong Grave.
Which we know is
his
the hammer. Yeah. So yeah, that was another 10 pack of shoes on Boulder of Destiny. So that means, yeah, we definitely come out here. You could buy a bean if you want even more shoes out of the graveyard.
They can do so with Boomerang as well.
Oh yeah.
Can we call it a rush? Oh,
I mean,
Zach.
24 minutes in for a Dampe digging. That's pretty big. So yeah, we see Xef here. So you see this trick. You can get this with the boomerang, with the setup that Xef's doing. You kind of get on the edge here. You aim up, you side hop, backflip, and there you go. You got the item in the box.
Yep.
So that's more box moves. What pack was that? I think that was a 5-pack. So that was the worst pack.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen plenty of chews. It's not a particular concern.
Oh yeah, no.
Kirox
But,
doing
like,
open grotto here, which has a hint that Goron Pot is dead. Well, a token. And just a
There is
poopy.
Requiem on the Saria song check. So that's
Yes,
not
it
a
is.
song chain.
And Pose is still dead. Okay.
No.
Alright,
So
Kirox is gonna
honestly,
go pick up Letter now, and then probably just already has Boomerang, so it's gonna go dive to Jabu at this point.
yeah.
No reason not to.
Oh yeah, no. Like I said, you're already child. You definitely want to just get child stuff done while you're here.
Yep. Big Goron
Zora
is dead,
Tunic in Zora's River,
and Shoot the Sun is still a wallet.
and Sun's Grave is still Megaton Hammer.
Yes, it is. Yeah, and that is Child Spirit here for Sponge, which makes sense.
Or at least just getting the song.
Gee, thanks!
We didn't know that. Did you guys know that Sheik was waiting at the Temple of Time to teach us Nocturne whenever we got that 4th medallion? I definitely did not know that yet.
Thanks, Gabe. It's not like we started with a Forest Medallion and Adult Start or anything.
That hints just like you're like, really?
Really, Gabe? Really? I love this game's sense of humor sometimes.
That's
All
like
right.
when you clear a dungeon in the next, and you're not playing on these settings, and you have Baron and Way of the Hero, but you clear a dungeon, and the next hint you read is, "Hey, that dungeon you just cleared was Baron." Thanks, game.
Fantastic! Absolutely great! The thing you just did is useless. Zora shop is useless, by the way,
Yep.
which means we only have one shop left.
So not completely useless. Goron Tunic was in there.
Okay, Goron Tunic. They don't care. They really don't. They're not making the trip to Zora's domain as adult for a Goron Tunic.
No, but like if they found a wallet at some point, like early, and they were nearby, which obviously they won't be because we're going to be clearing this out now. But I'll give it. It's a instead of a 0 out of 10 shop, I'll give it a 3 because of Goron. So it's a solid 3 out of 10 shop.
I suppose. Alright, Kirox is heading off to Jabu, having just picked up Letter, and it looks like Xef is going exactly there.
Are we gonna get a quad job?
We might. There's our last hint. 30 Skulls is dead. Womp womp.
It sure looks like we're about to get quad Jabu. We got both our runners on the bottom with Salty and Kirox just kind of cleaning up the lake and river stuff, or valley.
Chat, that was a bomb bag on the Brutus ladder spawn.
Well,
Kirox is the only one with the force to be able to get it because he's still the scale having gotten it out of DC.
Yeah. So it's not necessary at this point because we have so many bomb chews, so it's not gonna hurt Dampe Digging Rush at all, or not Dampe Digger, father son bonding, because they have all those bomb chews. They're gonna get that scaled relatively shortly. But they would have to go back child to get that bomb back.
Yeah, I mean they're not terribly concerned. These runners can go through a whole seat with just chews.
Yeah, and they have hammer also, so they really don't. That bomb bag is obviously nice. You like having it, but it's definitely not necessary this season.
No, it's also without Serenade, there's no good reason to get out there.
No, and it looks like we're not even. Did Kirox pick it up? Yeah, Kirox picked it up.
Yeah. Yep, Xef is grinding up some money. The shop's ending, and so they haven't seen this domain shop, I don't think, so they don't know that. So just in case it has something, better pick it up. Just in case you need to purchase something.
Only shop we haven't seen is Goron City shop.
Correct.
All the other shops have been pretty barren, minus the locked wallet, and obviously the boomerang we were able to buy.
Yeah, technically a slingshot, so they don't care.
Yeah, unless something's on the slingshot game, then we might be seeing that. I doubt Sponge is skipping Bow. He's just getting Rudo's letter first. Because
why would you skip the boat? If you do, something's
that's
up.
a mistake. Yeah.
Yep, that's
That'd be a
just on you.
mistake if they skip Bow.
God, I remember once a team in a match. Hammer and Light Arrows were sitting next to each other at the very end of Shadow Temple, and someone forgot to write down the Light Arrows.
Oh no.
The partner got the hammer, but not the lights. So the partner got the hammer, and then was like, later on, is like, where were the light arrows again? Wait
Right
a
next to
second,
the
you
hammer.
didn't get them? They were right next to your hammer. No? Oh, you're kidding me.
So yeah, just to point out what Kirox is doing here, Kirox is combining diving game and torch run. So in order to do this, if you bring the flame down to that lower torch that you can light and stay lit after activating the diving game, you can flame storage off that because that torch isn't going to deload. So then you're able just to get the torch run as well while you're already down here, saving yourself a trip up and down.
Oh yeah. By the way, accidentally missing the torch does get it though.
Yeah. Got the torch timer resets every time you light a torch, so he had plenty of time to still get that there. But yeah, so now he's able to just kind of collect both rewards in one go. Interesting that he's going up top first anyways. Would have thought he would have just gone and got the... Because now he's going to have to run up again, which kind of gets rid of the point of doing that strategy if he's going to Jabu.
See, also, hello, Tiger Histomus and Diesler. Welcome into an interesting match. We're going to see Quad Jabu here in all likelihood in a bit.
Yep, and probably a couple minutes. Unless Namaha is just fast enough to get out of there before Salty makes it, we're going to see the Quad Jabu.
I think Sponge is walking out, because there's no fast way for him to get to Jabu, unfortunately, right now. This is about as good a method as any.
Because they don't have that scale.
Nope, which was in Dodongo's Cavern, the Bombflower platform chest.
Maybe we'll check some of the field stuff on his way. To kind of make it
might
worth
be
it.
doing Dampe Digging actually here, I think. Perhaps, I'm not sure. Playing Sunsong twice, we'll see what he wants to do.
Saving. Maybe you can check the scrub right now. Yeah, I can check the scrub first and then probably play Nocturne to go over to Dampe Digging.
Pick up the hammer as well, I'd imagine.
Yeah, and Scumming Choose as well.
Oh yeah.
It's like if there's nothing here, quit. Or save quit after. Probably go check the other South Hyrule bombable, the rock.
Yep, remote
if there's
chrono.
nothing in both of those, save quit, and then he still has Dampe Digging ready to go. He could just warp over there.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't believe there was anything down here in South Hyrule, so we will see him save scum these shoes.
I'd expect so.
Yep. So right now we got the triple Jabu. With Salty doing these kind of extra checks, we might be spared from a quad Jabu. But yeah.
Triple Jabu is still triple Jabu though.
Yeah, and we've already seen the stuff that Salty's doing, so it's one of those times. So after this, after the triple Jabu play, obviously most of Child is done. We have not seen Dampe Digging Rush go over to Deku Tree yet, so we might see one of them do that. But I would expect us to see father-son bonding go adult and just start clearing out adult.
Yeah.
We probably will not see Child again Maybe we see a Child Spirit play. Someone might go check Child Spirit. But that's about it. Besides that, I can think of left on Child that we'll see right now.
Yeah, Child Spirit makes sense, though. Spirit is a medallion. They could, well, easily get locked out by one of the 3 child-only checks in Spirit Temple. You do not want to get screwed over by that.
The only person we've seen in Deku Tree so far was Salty. Salty cleared it out minus the bad skull in Deku Tree. He did not go back there and kill that skull.
Yeah, he did not. Did not have...
No, he definitely walked into the warp. It's the Kokiri Emerald. Salty has the Kokiri Emerald.
Yes, indeed.
To note, there was nothing in Deku Tree.
Nope, nothing at all. Nothing remotely worth noting down.
Nope, I think there was a Deku Shield at some point.
That was about it.
that was the best thing in there. I think it was shield locked though. I'm pretty sure it was after where you would need the shield. Actually, no, I think it was in the basement. So I think you could have run all the way up, jumped down, got the shield, and then gone and done the shield stuff. So never mind. I don't think it was shield locked.
Alright, Jabu is proving to be very useless right now. It has had absolutely nothing of note.
Yeah. To be fair, we got a lot of the good items at this point. I mean, we still need the boots. Mainly the hover boots. We still need the mirror shield. We need another strength. We need a hook shot. And then obviously, Din's Fire. We still need Din's Fire as well. So there are still some things, but a lot of those things don't lock a lot of stuff. Hook shot being the major exception. So a lot of those items could be locked away somewhere, just not necessarily in the easiest spot. Hookshot's definitely the biggest thing our runners probably want to see. The rest of the stuff we need, but like I said, they don't lock a lot of stuff, so logically the seed can put them later.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas Hookshot would open up a ton of the seed right now, because it gives us forest access. We have a Pona song, so it would help out in GTG. Obviously, I'm sure our runners know Hookshot lists for GTG, so they would be able to do that without it, but it logically would open it up.
It would. Yeah, Misty does have Quad Forest all over it. You know that Quad Forest is not in Logic yet. Minuet's on AD, and we haven't seen Saria's song yet. We are missing Saria's Prelude and Serenade. Those 3 songs are on the Colossus, Ice Cavern, and Minuet songs.
Yeah. But if let's say Baronade has Hookshot, then yeah, we'll definitely see Quad Forest at that point.
Absolutely. I don't think at this point Sponge is gonna make it into Jabu before his Namaha gets out, so I don't think we're seeing Quad Jabu.
Oh yeah, no, Forest sucks.
Hi Sora, lol. Sorry here. Was one of the other part of the other teams in this tourney has sadly been knocked out at this point. But Sora was part of team F Forest Temple.
Yeah. Best team name. Best team name. Sponge, yeah. We only have to go to 20 skulls at most. So I mean, you typically would pick up the ones right in front of you, but if you skip 1 or 2, then you'll still be fine.
I guess he didn't want to waste the 2 seconds to pick up the one off Dampe Digging.
Yeah. I mean,
interesting, but
when do skulls ever pay out?
Not often.
So luckily, because Salty did all the field and all of that, we are gonna be spared from the quad Jabu, because Namaha is nearly out. Xef is not far behind, so we're only gonna get the triple Jabu, so we are spared from quad Jabu today. Will we be spared from quad Forest? Not by a lot. Definitely not by a lot, but And unfortunately, he was doing stuff we already knew as well. So it wasn't much different than a quad Joppy. Because we weren't seeing anything new.
No, we weren't. Just a skull token on Baronade. Joppy was also useless.
Yep. We did need to do it, though. It is our water medallion. So it's another. We have 2/3 of the Burning Cack song so far, because you need forest, fire, and water medallions for that. But our fire medallion is Shadow Temple.
So we are not seeing that anytime fast.
Yeah. And so to note, that is Saria's song. So that beating Shadow.
Storms. It's Storms. We saw a hint that Burning Cack is
Oh
song
wait,
is
yeah.
Storms.
Sorry, I'm reading I looked at the wrong column. Yes,
You're
it
good.
is Storms. I just quickly glanced over at the notes and I saw Saria, and I was like, wait, and I was looking at the wrong column. So yeah, it's Storms, which obviously is a song that locks checks.
Especially in Scrub Sanity.
Yeah.
But
and
the
Dungeon
ultimate...
Sanity.
Yeah.
Because it gives Well even more checks.
It does. Nothing on Fountain Fairy, but yeah, not the most useful of things right now. Alright, double Baronade from Dampe Digging Rush.
We see Namaha. Oh, no, not doing Nocturne. I was thinking Namaha was going to do Nocturne there to go get Epona's song and the hammer. Seems like Namaha's deciding not to do that. Just a note, I just saw Xef's skull count. Xef's already at 15 skulls. So Xef has been picking up all those skulls on the way.
Yeah, Xef did trail Nightcack along with Dampe Digging. Can you call that a rush?
I did, but just kind of has picked them all up. Like, like 15 at 40 minutes is a decently high count.
I'd say so, yes.
We have a bottle, so if Xef wanted to make the 20 skull play at this point, he could do it really easily. He's not far from it, and he's killing another skull right here.
Yep, it's not too bad. Alright, we can at least ignore any and all hint stones from now on, because we have seen all the hints.
Yeah. So to note, when Scrub Sanity is on, the Scrubs only cost 10 rupees.
With cheap Scrub Sanity, yeah.
Yeah, with cheap Scrub Sanity, which we have on. So.
Yep. You can also have vanilla price scrubs or random price scrubs, where the scrub price is anywhere from 0 to 99. Have fun.
Yeah. So yeah, we have cheap Scrub Sandy on. So yeah, they're only 10 rupees. So having 30 rupees, he can get most of the scrubs in here. But didn't Salty already do Lost Woods?
He did, so
yeah. So I don't know why he went down there and picked up that bundle of arrows. Maybe Salty skipped that one and he was just covering his teammate.
Yeah. Alright, Xef the first of Dampe Digging Rush to clear out Kukuri Forest here, since they haven't done this yet.
Also, first sighting of Goron City this seed.
Yes, it is. Hot Rodder has... that's the Hylian shield. Wah, wah.
More not having to buy a shield.
Yikes, BXR. Yeah, that sounds like Rando.
Nothing in shops. So no wallets necessary this seed.
Nope.
And unless we want the 100 rupee slingshot.
Yeah, that's the most notable. Hey, that
literally is the only, besides the boomerang, the only like item really in shops.
Yeah.
We are seeing Bombchu Bowling. Is anything on Bombchu Bowling today?
Kirox dealing with a bomb bag right now, since it is on the Riddle's letter spot, and he is the only one to go to DC to get a skill out of the bomb bag room.
So yeah, so being there, like if there was something there, that's the one thing that would have made that bomb bag really important. The fact that there was nothing on Bombchu Bowling, that's good news for father-son bonding, because that bomb bag doesn't now necessarily lock anything for them, because they have to choose.
And they're gonna, and they also will get hammer as well. So
Yeah. So yeah,
hammer and
they won't be
shoes are-
worried about it.
between hammer and shoes are pretty separate things.
Yeah. We're gonna get a check on the Hyrule Castle Fairy Fountain right now.
Good
First time
play.
we're seeing this.
This is an easily missed check.
Yeah,
I remember there was an early groups match where both teams go moded this fairy fountain.
Ooh, wasted a bomb shoe there on Namaha's side.
Ooh.
I don't know if Namaha's safe scumming all this. We'll see. We'll see if he resets. Or if he's just committing these shoes.
Yeah. We'll see.
So yeah, so we know there's nothing nothing up in Deku for Xef. Besides, oh well, I guess oh wait, no, we know Big Goron's dead. So never mind. The eye drops are nothing.
Yeah, they are not.
Yeah, yeah. So nothing new on Xef's side. We do see Kirox. Looks like he's going back adult. Kirox is also the one with DC progress. So we might see him just finish off Cavern. That would also tell his teammate if he needs to do anything in Dodongo's Cavern. We know there's a magic and a scale in there. The scale is not necessarily the most important, but so it'd be kind of up to the teams if they really want to go for that skull for the scale for the second person going through.
Yeah, depends on what's up on the bridge, I would think, because otherwise there's no reason to go around if they can just chew the eyes. And all four of these runners do know how to blow up the eyes of the Dongo with bomb shoes.
So yeah, I don't think. Oh, there was the Deku shield. That is also technically not Deku shield locked. So.
You locked shields. Thanks, game.
No, that one's not, right? This isn't locked behind the shield.
Oh, no, that one is.
Slingshot chested. Yeah. That actually could. So in Shop Sanity, that could be your logical shield to clear out Deku Tree.
Yeah. Also,
they could want you to climb all the way up there to get the shield to then do the rest of the dungeon.
Also, Namaha's now in the Colossus, picked up Prelude, and is gonna leave now.
Why couldn't it? You don't need a shield to get up there. You just have to climb. That absolutely could be your logical shield.
No. Oh, no.
Well,
because you can lose shields.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. But, like, that could be, like, the shield you get first, is what I mean.
No, it would still give you. The game would still give you a logical, repeatable source of a shield, which is a shop shield.
But like if it's like locked in Zora's domain and you don't have access to that early, I'm just saying you could find that shield first before finding your shop shield.
Technically, it could be your first shield. It won't be your first logical shield because you can lose it. But...
Alright, we are seeing the back Deku skull check. Yes, I misspoke about logic, but it could be your first shield to get for beating Deku Tree. Because we typically break Deku Tree out of logic anyways with B1 skip. So if you're going for that play, you could end up with that as your first shield. So yeah, let's see if there's anything in this skull. And nothing on the skull.
No. Still better to know what it is, because you do not want to go back for it.
What song did we get out here at in the desert? Prelude? I missed that the first time. I know we were already out here. I just forgot. I didn't see which one we got.
Oh, you're fine.
I think we are gonna see Salty probably do Child Spirit at this point. Obviously Namaha did not when Namaha was out here. Yeah, and we see Salty walking right back in. That makes sense. Let's see if there's anything left in Dodongos, or if Dodongos was just kind of magic in a scale, and that's it. We see Namaha doing the trick we saw earlier to get the item in the box with the boomerang. So that's a 5-pack of chews he just grabbed.
Yeah, also, I was looking away at this for a moment. Did Kirox check the side skull in DC, the pier skull?
No. No, he did not go back and check that.
With a bow,
wait, he
you
did?
can now check. Okay, because
Okay, then I missed that as well.
because with either bow or choose, Kirox can check those 2 skulls that he was unable to check earlier.
So he went back to the right side to check that skull?
No, no,
you were
Toxic was
answering
answering
Giesler.
Giesler.
Okay, I don't
what I-
believe Kirox has.
Okay,
I'm pretty
he's
sure
gonna go
Kirox
back
just
now.
went. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Kirox just went in. So yeah, he's checking both the skulls he's missed.
Oh yeah, makes sense. You do not want to get trolled by these skulls.
I haven't seen that trick before. How he just lowered the stairs with only blowing up one side of them.
Yeah, that can be done. And just a heart piece on the stairs skull.
So there is a key on Child Spirit side, a small key there. So logically, it wants you to do Child Spirit. But once again, don't always need logic. But it is gonna have Salty going deeper in Child Spirit than a lot of people normally do, and co-op, that's definitely a play.
Oh yeah, because no fire source right now. You
Yeah.
really, if it turns out that, I mean,
That's
is
our
it in
fire
logic
source.
to do it as child with sticks?
Yes.
Not really. Do they care?
Yeah.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure it is logically in there, right?
No, those, unless you find all 5 keys early and not fire lock, those require a fire
We
source and logic.
do see Salty showing off the Raichu strats that were discovered by one of the other GDQ, or not GDQ, one of the other co-op tournament runners in Raikaru. He accidentally did that on the GDQ stage, and everyone found out a setup for it to now hit that switch out the top using a bomb chew, so that you save some time. It only saves a couple seconds, but it's swag, so
Yep.
always go for the swag.
I don't think the pier skull was much of anything in DC, so Kirox is now in the back. And is gonna go check out the back skull. Also, creative names, but I know for the TC skulls, there's not really any good names for it. Just
It's the
heart piece.
winner heart piece. So yeah, DC, the magic, a scale. Don't really need the scale for much.
Yeah. And the heart piece on the map chest of spirit.
Yeah, so I would not be surprised if we see Xef just do bomb juice chats and go straight to Dodongo whenever they go in there.
Oh, okay. So there is a way that I think Sponge was trying to do with In-Child Spirit is to blow up that skull in the corner there with a chew,
Yeah.
but I don't think he hit it.
No, he missed. And it's with only 4 chews left, it's not worth investing another one.
No. Unfortunate. It is possible to get that skull with a boomerang, not in logic, but it's a thing.
So we do now see Namaha going into Dodongo's cavern. We know he'll only find magic in the lobby and a scale in the spike room. That's it. That's all that's here.
Also, cannot aim.
I didn't catch what was above Dodongo.
Not much.
We just saw from Kirox, but I'm assuming not a lot.
And yeah, DC's pure skull was just a vanilla skull token, and there's a key in the sunblock room.
That's a lot of. Well, I mean, those you can get adult, but obviously, like this child trip, it's a decent amount of keys. More that should be the 20 pack, right? I guess it could still be a 10.
Still could be a 10.
But the 20 would be nice. It's just a 10. So that's the last 10 pack. So the only pack we have not seen is the 20.
Correct.
We've seen all the other chews so far.
We have King Dodongo is now down for Kirox.
And Dodongo has a heart piece. Not even a container.
Not even
Not
gonna
even
bother
a vanilla
picking it
container. No, not. Well, technically it wastes no time to pick it up because you have to wait for the blue. You have to wait for that anyways. So it would have wasted no time to pick it up. Because if you notice, he had to stand in the blue circle for like a couple seconds. Because yeah, it just kind of has to load in there. All right, so we're gonna see the adult Goron City play now, over on Kirox's side. We're also seeing the Desert Fairy Fountain. I don't believe we have seen that yet either.
No, we have not. What is here in the Colossus Fairy? There's a heart piece for Kirox.
Yep. Unfortunately, the Skull Kids did not want to teach Xef Zelda's Lullaby like they taught earlier. Also, there was Greg. We forgot to shout out Greg earlier.
They did. Just a stick on the Colossus Fairy. There's magic for Namaha. And let's see what Link the Goron is for Kirox as Xef heads off to Child Spirit now.
So
speaking of Child Spirit, there was not a key on the Colossus right hand, so Spirit is not logically long shot locked.
Yep. At this point, our teams are our teams are very even in what they've cleared out. Kirox is obviously a little bit ahead of everyone, having gone Dodongo's earlier. Having that scale, saving that time in Jabu has kind of led him to have a little bit of a progression lead on anyone else in the seed. But otherwise we're pretty even. That's kind of going to be who finds Hookshot, I think, at this point to get an early lead here.
Yeah, because these two teams are more or less, but there's really no particular difference between them.
So nice little trick there by Kirox. If you were noticing, he was breaking those hammer rocks with his sword. If you don't know about Jump Slash or a Power Crouch Stab, it saves the damage value of your last attack. So he hammered, he did a Jump Slash with the hammer, and then Power Crouch Stabbed with the sword, and it made the game think he was hitting those with his sword. So he just breaks them a little quicker because he doesn't have to do the hammer swing animation every time.
Yeah.
But there was nothing
in the maze. It doesn't just store the damage, it also stores the rock breaking properties, apparently.
Yeah. For some reason, the hammer's damage just equals it can break a rock. It's in the game. We're now seeing these scrubs that were in Logic a lot earlier. I mentioned them. Was that the bomb shoes we already saw? Yeah, that was Boulder. I was like, did we really just...
Sorry, what?
I was gonna say, did we really just see all the bomb chew packs? But no, he was just picking up more chews that they already knew of.
Yeah. All right, Goron City scrubs. What do these have? These are the scrubs with perhaps the most convoluted logic in the whole entire game.
Yeah. And just money so far. And nothing.
Nothing in the Tech Grotto either, it looked like, for Sponge.
Yeah, so Sponge is having to go back and get his strength. He forgot to grab strength when he was up here.
Yeah, for once, Double Magic was not in Shadow Temple. But right now, though, it's just, where's that hookshot is the big thing right now for them.
No one's got an adult Sacred Forest Meadow yet. It's technically not in Logic, and I don't expect us to see them do it until we have Hookshot.
Yeah.
They won't break that logic until we get hookshot. Because
No
there's
good
no
reason.
you would only be going out there for the song, because the Storm's Grotto is not open out there to you yet either. Because you have to beat Shadow before you can do that. So yeah, there's no point to go out there right now.
None whatsoever. Nice Goron tunic in the crater scrubs.
So, yeah, they're like, go fire. They're telling you to go fire.
Yeah, actually, in all honesty, fire's not a bad play right now.
I
They
think
have
that
strength, they
is
have a
the play
hammer,
right
they
now.
have a Goron tunic. That makes probably the most sense for these teams right now. It's stone fire, but they have a hammer.
Yeah, I'm like, where else would you go? You can't do Spirit. You can't do Adult Spirit. You could ride Epona out to GTG and do Hookshotless GTG. The Forest Temple you can't get into right now. You can't get into water. Obviously,
Can't
can't
get
get
into
into
Spirit.
Shadow. So I think it's fire. There's light arrows.
Crater Fairy. Yeah, it is likely to be Serenade out at Minuet, but it could
I
be
guess
Saria's.
Ice Cavern's the other play.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy 1 hour mark. So our plays right now are Ice Cavern, Hookshotless GTG, or Stonefire. Those are the big plays right now. We'll see what our teams decide. We see Salty now in Dodongos, so they're going to be the first ones to both have Dodongos clear out. There's Iron
Okay,
Boots.
there's Iron Boots. Okay, that's not really what you want to see.
Yeah. Well, now we can. We still can't get into water. But
No
we
hook shot.
Yeah, we can't do anything actually with those. Those give us nothing.
Nope. There is also some overworld stuff. Just discussing more the big locations available
Yeah,
to them right now.
the dense. What are the densest areas to us right now? So as we see, Sponge picking up the magic. Does Sponge go for the scale? If you're talking diving in the lab, we need a hook shot before we could cheese that with irons.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like Sponge is going for the scale. It's not that. I guess it's not the worst. It does get you that bomb back. They don't know Bombchu Bowling is dead. Unfortunately, messed up the blowing up and dropping the stairs there. But yeah, because logically for the diving in the lab, you technically need gold scale to do it. When we do it with iron boots, that's out of logic. What we're doing is when you do the iron boots down there, you hook shot the chest, and while you're in the air with the hook shot, you take the iron boots off really quickly with the D-pad, and it makes it think that you dove all the way down there with gold scale because you're that low without iron boots on. If you just drop down there with iron boots and just raise back up, he'll tell you, he won't give you the prize. We are seeing the Sacred Forest Meadow play now. So we are getting that song out there by Kirox. We talked about that. We wouldn't see this until we got a hook shot. Kirox is doing it anyways, just to get the song.
It is good information, if nothing else.
Yeah. What song would you want to see out here?
In all honesty, probably Serenade. I don't want Sarius to be here, because that means it's logical to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. You definitely don't want to see Sarius here, because then that puts in your mind, oh, the stone dungeons really could have something. We have the fire starter pack. We can clear fire, which is a stone. We just saw iron boots.
Well, we might be able to clear fire. Pierre is the thing.
Oh yeah, Pierre. Good old Pierre. So that's true. We might be able to full clear fire.
No guarantee.
Oh, and they hadn't done Wolfos Grotto yet, so that makes a little more sense of making this play to check this grotto as well. It's not just coming out just for the song.
Yeah, it is also true that we might need hover boots for fire as well if they can't get enough keys to get up to the top.
Yeah. We'll need those hovers anyways for Shadow Temple, but yeah, we might need them logically for fire or even forest. There's ways where hover boots are logically required in forest.
There are.
Yeah. There's that double magic over for father-son bonding.
Yep. Probably
Long
slightly
shot
annoyed to
locked
see it.
forest again.
That would be funny.
That was a seed.
Yeah,
That was a
because
seed.
your one and only key might be
Well,
on the skull by the floor master.
we are logically all dungeons.
Fun! Lovely.
So that is good information to know. And we instantly see the Bolero play. We probably start, yep, we see the fire play at this point. With the logic being all dungeons, the chance of those items we're looking for being in a stone dungeon just went up a bit.
Also, the chances of anything at all being in Forest Temple just went down a bunch.
Yes. Yes, it did. Because yeah, Forest wants you to beat water and fire, which so obviously there's not long shot in Forest. We can instantly guarantee that.
Yep, no long shot in Forest today.
Yep.
Guaranteed. Because
Obviously, we know where the iron boots are. Probably no hovers in Forest. Let's see. What
unlikely.
Very unlikely for that. Yeah, Forest probably has that. I guess the best thing Forest could have at this point is Mirror Shield.
Yeah.
That's probably the only thing it really could have.
Just about, yeah. Maybe Strength 2.
Oh yeah, I guess Strength 2, yeah. So you know what that probably means? Not only will we most likely get Quad Forest, it's also going to be Quad Go Mode Boring Forest.
Yeah. Where we're just seeing everyone do the same thing. You can't even tag team Forest the way you would say Water Temple or even Shadow Temple can be tag teamed to some degree. You're just stuck doing Forest Temple.
Yep. That's why, in my opinion, it's just the worst dungeon. It's just, you're stuck doing it. You can't really do much to change that. There's a few tricks that you do, but it really just kind of it's a different way of checking the checks.
Yeah.
That more so than you're actually skipping things or you're speeding anything up.
Indeed.
So yeah, we see Namaha checking the crater scrubs. We know there's a Goron tunic here. He'll go check the fairy fountain and get those light arrows. So it still is Kirox has kind of the most progression in the seed right now. Everyone else is kind of very equal. Father-son bonding both have the dongos done at this point. Whereas Xef has not cleared out the dongos yet.
Hey,
There's another bomb bag and fire. So now you really don't need to go pick up that scale.
You really, really don't.
Because they also know where iron boots are.
Yes,
so the
indeed.
gold, you're not like thinking gold scale for water temple or anything.
Nope, because iron boots are in the crater grotto.
Yeah. So very much the scale. So we will definitely see Xef just pick up the magic into Dodongo's Cavern and do bomb 2 strats. We won't see Xef pick up that scale.
Nope. He knows he has no reason at all to bother with it.
Yeah. We see an ice cavern play here.
Yes, it is. Is gonna find out that it's logical AD here by this method instead.
Yep. So instead of checking the forest song, we're gonna find it out here by going through ice. But I mean, you could also pull that hook shot or something out here in ice.
Oh,
so
yeah,
that's kind of the benefit of going for this play over the checking the forest song to confirm if it's logical all dungeons or not, because you're actually getting checks out here.
Oh yeah. Makes sense.
I get, so that is the one spot where yes, that scale could come into play, Curly, as if we found gold scale and the first hook shot was on diving in the lab.
That would be rude, but entirely possible.
Yes. That would be bad. That would be where that scale obviously comes into play.
Oh yeah, this is, after all, a star special. I
Yeah.
haven't mentioned this actually, but this is one of my seeds, and they do have something of a reputation of terrible.
The last one you rolled was not that bad.
No, I've rolled some more some jettier seeds lately, but there's still a bunch of worse ones. Logical AD is always, at least it's only logical AD right now. It's not hard AD yet.
Yeah.
Because I have rolled seeds where even if you don't have to get AD for the song, you
There's
still
the
have to do
20
AD.
packs. We found all the bomb Jews.
Yeah, no one remembers the jet seeds, correct?
Yeah.
Actually, some of the worst seeds I've rolled for the co-op tourney were never restreamed, so people haven't even seen the worst I've rolled.
Alright, so we did see a bit of a play towards the valley. We saw the hammer rocks cleared out. Interesting that he didn't just go up and start doing some of GTG.
Find the hookshot wherever that might be at this point.
Yeah.
And wanting to do DC as well is my guess.
Oh yeah, he still needs to do DC.
Did a bit of
catch
Hyrule
what it
Field cleanup.
Purple's asking what was at the bottom of the fountain. I didn't catch what it was, but obviously we didn't see Namaha go get it. So
Because he doesn't actually have iron boots.
Oh yeah, never mind. He doesn't have iron. But yeah, didn't catch what it was.
I didn't either.
I forgot. It's Salty has the iron boots.
Yep, it's pretty easy to tell as adult because it's on the D-pad.
Yeah. I'm gonna assume it probably was nothing though.
Likely, yeah.
Yeah, I agree, Purple. If it was something really important, we probably would have seen. Or we would, what we really would have seen was Namaha come into ice, drop for roars, go pick up those irons, and come right back and get it. That's what we would have seen if it was something really important.
Or maybe they would have switched spots. Namaha go fire and Sponge go ice instead.
Yeah, one of those things. We would have seen something. The fact that they made no play towards it, we can assume it was nothing without seeing it.
Oh yeah. Time to go deeper in fire, by the way. No boss key.
If Pierre has boss key and there's no hook shot here in fire, that's gotta tell us hook shots either in ice cavern here, maybe it's on horseback archery, like the first few checks, because we have Song of Time, we have a bow, we can do most of right side of GTG in logic. Din's Fire was out here in ice. So
no, nice.
Now
ice
we can get to the first two checks of Shadow Temple are now in logic.
We can't. We don't have
first two.
We can't get into the first two checks of Shadow Temple. We can't even get across the gap.
Oh yeah, you need a hook shot.
Or power move. They don't have either of those things.
Never mind. Don't listen to me. $39 shoes for Sponge.
Yep. Also, where was the lens? I'm assuming also nice cavern.
I'm pretty sure it was the skull.
Yeah, figured.
It was either the skull or the chest.
Skull.
Thank you, Curly. So yeah, never mind. So but now we could check Wasteland. It's not in logic, but we could check it with that Din's Fire.
There's the hook shot. Fire map
Yep.
chest. Fire map chest.
So that was one of the few places it could be at this point. We had to find that hook shot here soon. Obviously, father-son bonding's gonna find that in not too long.
Couple minutes.
Yeah, a couple minutes. And yeah, we instantly see Xef playing Bolero. He's gonna go grab that hook shot as well. Now the seat's a lot more open. We've seen the glitchless jumps shown off here by Namaha. It's the fastest way to clear this room if you know these glitchless jumps.
Especially because Namaha is also short of ball bag.
Yes.
No ground jumps for you.
Nope. So it was either... Luckily he knows the glitchless jumps, so there was no worry about it. Ooh.
I think Kirox fell off the maze, but think forced to just get back up real fast.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite spots to put for roars, because if you without hovers and you fall off that maze, it just always sucks. So if you just put for roars when you walk in that room, if you fall, you come for roars and you're right back up there. Yes, yeah, he went for that.
Also that because Namaha went to Ice Cavern while Xef was doing a sort of overworld stuff, actually they have a bit of an advantage knowing where Dins is.
Yeah, that Dins is big, because obviously it's required. It's not, obviously we talked about, it's not going to give them a lot at the moment, but with getting the hook shot and fire, how long does it take Xef and Kirox to eventually decide to go to Ice Cavern? Because they also know, they have to know it's just Serenade out there.
Yeah.
So they're not tempted to go for the song. They have forest that they can now clear. They're obviously clearing out Fire Temple here. They could go to GT, they could go to all these other areas. If they put off ice for a while and we start seeing the rest of these items pop up here quickly, that honestly going out to ice could pay off for father-son bonding.
It could, because they don't know when Dampe Digging Rush are getting out there instead.
Yeah, so Nama is going to check Wasteland as well right now. We see him reversing to do that.
Yes, indeed.
He might also be going to check GTG because they haven't found Hookshot. We are about to see Salty find Hookshot here very quickly.
Yeah, in a couple of seconds.
Yeah, literally right now. So we'll see if that changed the plans. Yeah, I'm like, so it got called out and Namaha instantly pulled out that Ocarina, but it's like, you're right here, just check Wasteland. You were two
do
rolls
not
away.
leave it behind. Do not leave it behind.
Yeah, he was, if he had like just gotten into the desert, okay, maybe don't check it, but he was right there.
There's no reason not to. It's just a bundle of arrows, but if that had been, say, a long shot, then that would have been a different story.
If that was long shot, that would have been hilarious.
Oh,
There's
hover
hovers.
boots! Pierre chest!
Well, now that Din's fire is even more important.
Oh my god, here's the next question. Okay, I was just gonna say, does Sponge go up there? He is, thankfully. Okay,
Yeah.
no problem.
Nama took out Furores, so I think we're gonna see him finish off the reverse here and drop that in GTG just to have it there to be able to quickly go back to GTG if needed.
Yeah.
Like I think that's what's happening, and then we'll see him play Bolero.
Yeah, also, that's hilarious. That was probably a way of the hero Bolero for your only way into Fire Temple.
Yep. Yeah, very, very likely. So yeah, so we'll see Namai here use the box to kind of just get enough speed to make it over that without hovers or anything.
Alright. Kirox doing Midas. Skip and is gonna go off to Forest Temple to just go beat it, I assume. But at this point, with those hover boots, we are strength 2 and mirror shield from no mode.
Yeah, We are seeing our first forest temple. I don't think we'll get the quad forest.
I don't think so. There's hover boots for Sponge.
Especially because Sponge and Namaha have that Dins. They can split up forest and shadow. So I think by getting that Dins, we're gonna be saved from quad forest.
I think so.
Oh yeah. No, Namaha's not doing GTG right now at all. He's just dropping furores in here to eventually come back if needed. I was not saying he's gonna do GTG here. I don't believe he's gonna do GTG here. I think he's just dropping furore.
Yeah, I would be kind of concerned if he decided to do GTG here, in all honesty.
Especially after now they know the hovers.
Yeah, there's no reason for it.
There's no reason to do GTG. But dropping furores will save time in the long run. If they have to come back. That's the key. We don't know if they'll have to come back. If they don't, it wasted a little bit of time. But right now they have the advantage off of the Din's fire.
Yeah, the Din's is the big thing. There's hookshot for Xef.
Yeah, he gets a refill of arrows right there, Toxic. Not worried about the 0 arrows. And he's not doing GGG. We're gonna see him pay the 10 rupees, drop it, and play Bolero. I don't even think he does lobby checks.
He might do those two just because they're right there. Okay, it's gonna do the first two. That makes sense.
Okay. Alright. So yeah. But we don't see him go farther. Right?
Yeah. I sincerely hope not, because that would be some very confusing routing if you decided to keep going in the situation Father Son bonding is. Yep, he is leaving.
Okay.
Lobby checks make sense. They take all of 30 seconds, and if that's strength 2, you're in a great spot.
So yeah.
If it's not, hey, you spent 30 seconds. It's not a big deal.
We are going to get the triple forest at least, I believe.
Likely, because I do expect there's a good chance of Xef heading to forest as well.
Yeah, but I would expect Namaha is going to be the hero we deserve to spare us from the quad forest.
They all have Nocturne Gap. It was on the prelude check, and they all started with the Forest Medallion, so that was not a problem.
No, Gav, we got Nocturne within 5 seconds of this seed because we started with Forest Medallion, and it was taught to us on the check. So we have had Nocturne all seed.
Yeah. Yeah, Namaha's going to Shadow to Fire. There's no reason for him not to.
Yeah, but what Gav is saying in chat right now is he thinks Sponge should be going out to Ice and not Forest, and then Namaha is the one that clears out Forest. Because like we already talked about, there's not much that couldn't be in Forest.
Well, no, at this point we're missing strength.
But logical alt dungeons, that stuff is more likely in Shadow than it is in Forest.
Because we don't know where Longshot is.
Yeah. Because all that really could be here is the second strength or mirror shield, so the Spirit Temple stuff. But that stuff even more likely is in Shadow than it is in Forest.
I mean, though, there's no reason they can't be in the worst of place.
No, but like just to be able to get into Shadow quicker as well, because Sponge obviously is getting out to Shadow. Going out and just getting first, let Namaha trailblaze Forest, and have just Sponge be the second person through there. I just know that's what Gap was saying.
I mean, I don't know. You have to do it all anyway, so it honestly, in the end, doesn't make a giant difference any which way. Actually, Xef is going to has now gotten Forest, has now gotten hovers and hookshot, is going to go quickly.
Yeah, we see him do bomb shoes, right? He
there's
the scale.
No, he has a bomb bag.
Yeah, especially now because we have iron boots and hookshot, so you can cheat the diving game. So yeah, there's literally no point to get that scale.
Nope. Looks like it's not even going to bother with double magic here.
Oh yeah, he had magic already too, yeah.
You kind of had to get magic considering it's on Link the Goron.
Yeah. So yeah, we see him just use bomb chews, blow up the 2 eyes, and yeah, so nice quick dodongos for him.
Very smoothly done as well, those choose strats. Alright, so the Kirox is really the only person doing things we haven't seen before, with Sponge behind and Namaha and Xef just catching up.
Yeah, so just to talk about the big differences right now, obviously the Din's fire, but also the Furores sitting out in GTG could come into play at a point. Those 2 things, like even though progression-wise Kirox technically is still the farthest ahead, the Ice Cavern clear out is that decision of going to check either Sacred Forest Meadow to confirm the logical all dungeons or going out to Ice Cavern to confirm the logical all dungeons. That decision is the difference between the teams right now.
Yeah.
One thing to come into play is skulls. We haven't mentioned it again. Xef is already at the 20 skulls mark. Sponge obviously is a lot lower. I think we just saw he's still in the single digits.
I think so.
So if, like, let's say strength 2 is on 20 skulls, that could come into play still. That's the progression lead that Dampe Digging Rush really has right now, is skull lead.
But otherwise, though, yeah, they are behind. I don't know if it's 10 minutes behind, but they are behind currently between Ice Cavern.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The Ice Cavern play that's what I was saying. That decision, committing to Ice Cavern instead of just going out to Forest and check which song it has given them a lead right now, for sure.
I don't know if it's 10 minutes, but it is a lead.
Yeah, I wouldn't know the time either, but and it's also the lead's gonna grow the longer Dampe Digging Rush doesn't go get that Dins.
Yeah.
That's the big thing. If they go GTG before going to get the Dins, then the lead grows. Yeah, and then that's what I was saying, Toxic. The other big thing is the Furores in GTG. So if they do have to go back there to say find Mirror Shield, they have that there to save time. We are seeing what's on skulls right now. Just a skull token. So yeah, so nothing on skulls. Once again. Ooh, Namaha. No.
Oh, taking a fall.
And that takes away his Furores in GTG.
Yep, there goes the Furores.
Yep. So that all that talk about the Furores in GTG, that time is now officially wasted.
Yep. I don't know why he did Void. I would have rather kept the Furores in GTG than do this. He did. Also, speaking of GTG,
Yeah,
I think that's where Namaha's going. Maybe
it sure looks like it.
Or actually, might be. Is it Adult Lake actually? While I'm looking at this,
it might be Adult Lake because we do have hook shot. We
Lake.
do have all that. So yeah, clear out Adult. Probably GTG after that though. If you're going down this direction, I would expect GTG after Adult Lake.
No, this is definitely not the multi-world tournament. This is an entirely separate tournament. It is co-op, so there's no multi-world, there's no OOT online. This is just two-player teams playing the same seed and sharing information with each other. We have 2 teams here. Namaha and Sponge of Team Father-Son Bonding versus Xef Kirox of Team Dampe Digging Rush. Team with the fastest average time wins. And we are currently in quarterfinals. Winner of this team goes on to face IA Alpha Gamers in semifinals, Riley and Goomba. Loser is out of this tournament, unfortunately.
We do still have one more match of the top 8, by the way. I know they're in the final stages of getting that scheduled, so hopefully we will have news on that soon for everyone.
Probably should ping them again after this match.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll get that figured out. But then, I mean, whoever wins this, they can start talking to Riley and Goomba, and because once we're in the top 4, it is best of 3, so we will have more matches, kind of coming at that point. And I know us as like a team for Silver Gauntlets, we're working on getting some other content as well besides just the tournament matches.
Yep, because we are starting to wrap up a bit. Yeah, this is our first restream in a week and something.
Only another 8 months and it'll be running as long as the world did.
Our first matches were in May, so we've actually been doing pretty good on pacing. It helps a lot. This is a single elimination, which has resulted in some pretty big upsets, but it has also kept it from getting nearly as long as the multi-world tourney. It is hard to get scheduled matches with people on different continents.
Yeah. Who would have thought time zones did affect scheduling? So yeah, as expected, Namaha is going out to Shadow. Also, as always, I mean, we haven't mentioned it because it's Forest Temple and nothing ever happens in Forest Temple. There's been nothing in Forest Temple.
Yep, it's been dead.
It's been dead. To be honest, I haven't even really been looking at it.
Oh, I haven't either, I'll be honest.
I've been slightly glancing down to, oh, did they get something good? Nah. Also, I know chat would tell me anyways, so.
Yeah. That is a question for them, Lin. I don't know.
Yeah. Would not know the answer.
Although, to note, as adult fishing is dead for Xef, if Sponge and Namaha win this, they will be facing off against Riley and Goomba.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, so after the Forest Shadow split, I mean, I would assume we probably see them just clearing out these 2 dungeons. We'd probably just see them switch back before item hunting. That's kind of we've talked about that decision before on broadcast. Do you clear dungeons or do you item hunt? With these being 2 of the longer dungeons you do, I think you would want to just get them out of the way. If obviously an item pops up here, then that makes it a yes, you have to do it. But the other option really for father-son bonding at this point is kind of just GTG. It's not.
Yeah, well, Sponge will want to go to Ice Cavern as well, because.
Yeah, Sponge needs to still go Ice Cavern.
Yeah, it's GTG or probably water would be the other play right now.
Oh yeah, because we can access water now.
Yes, we can, with Iron Boots and the Hookshot. It's still the greatest of plays, it's still only 9 checks, even with Dungeon. Yeah. And no long shot limits things quite a bit.
Hey look, there's Riley. Riley
popping he's
up
around.
In the chat.
He's been around for quite a bit, so... not too surprised. Alright.
Riley's scouting his opponents early. Getting that work in. One of our hashtag top 4, by the way, runners.
Yep. Alright, there's Xef getting the Gerudo card here shortly, so we'll be the first of our runners actually doing GTG. We'll see if there's anything here.
And he can clear out everything except the Silver Gauntlets lock checks.
Yes, and there is a better than 0 chance of there being Silver Gauntlets in here somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, Silver Gauntlets are probably in there. On horseback archery here that we're checking. Could be on top of the rooftop as well. We haven't seen that. Shadow, they can be in Shadow.
There's the Mirror Shield.
There's Mirror Shield. So yeah, so we definitely see Salty rushing to Ice Cavern after this, then into Shadow to grab that. Obviously, they still need those Silver Gauntlets, but you have to clear out the Shadow before, obviously, you're going to use those Silver Gauntlets anyways, so he should definitely be getting that stuff done.
Oh, yeah.
So now where... and if Silvers are just here in Shadow as well, that's... it's a huge lead at that point for father-son bonding. There's Pop's
Now
key.
the big question is, where is Strength 2?
Yeah, so Strength 2 is our go mode. The Silver Gauntlets are the go mode item on the Silver Gauntlets channel.
Yep.
Nice job there. Where are they? GTG, Shadow, or Phantom Ganon are the likeliest spots of this play. And obviously, there's still a few other plays. It can't be Adult Spirit, obviously. Gold Gauntlets could be in there, but not Silvers.
Yep.
That's about it. That I mean, it could still be Water Temple. But yeah, where do we think, chat? Where do we think we're gonna find these? Let's see some guesses.
And I would clear out Forest and Shadow before doing GTG for father-son bonding.
There was a bow in Forest. Yeah, no, I think if there were more items we were hunting for besides just silvers, I could see them doing that, hunting GTG. Because it's one go mode item, clear your progression.
Yep. Yeah, that's rude, toxic. What would be great is if they needed to get long shot to get their strength too.
Yeah, that would be that would make it a star special at that point. Where it's just you need all these items to get everything else.
Oh yeah.
There's the Stone of Agony on top of the rooftop. So Fortress had nothing.
Yep.
Fortress had a whole lot of nothing. Does GTG have something?
That is the question.
Ice Cavern had something, so clearly that means GTG's Baron, right? Because only one of those two ever has something. It's always the one you don't go to.
Also, ooh, chat pointing out, this does look like an Ice Cavern play for Kirox.
I mean, it makes sense. They don't have much else open. It would be ice or water at this point for Kirox.
Yeah, and ice gets you closer to
Ice,
Water Temple.
Yeah, ice.
They know it's Serenade.
So the plan is probably ice into water, and when they find there's Sync 2 in Shadow.
Oh, Shadow Crusher.
Yep. Yeah, that's
GG's for father-son bonding.
Yeah. Yeah. That decision of where to confirm the logical all dungeons.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Water Temple had nothing. At this point, Spirit Temple had nothing. GTG is gonna have nothing. What if GTG has gold gauntlets in it?
Oh
Like, what if there's another
strength
strength in GTG?
That would be amazing.
Crush Ice wins again. It actually did win today. Oh my god, that Rita did not want to die for Namaha.
Yep. Yeah, that looks to be GG's for father-son bonding unless something goes seriously wrong. Unfortunately, going to GTG was not exactly the play this seed. Also, clearing out Overworld did not help Xef and Kirox in the slightest.
But a lot of, well, I mean, adult, it was the adult like Kylie. It was really the only Overworld they cleared out more so than father-son bonding did.
They also did Hammer Rocks, but didn't actually go to GTG.
Namaha did Hammer Rocks.
But Namaha also set the Furores while he was over there. That ultimately didn't end up mattering.
Yeah,
he did actually set Furores, whereas Xef did not.
Yeah, it really was the, just they decided to go out, which helped. They had already cleared out Grotto. So we talked about that when Kirox was making the play for the Forest song. That he had that check to do while he was there. So it incentivized a little bit to get there. whereas father-son bonding had already cleared out that area, so they had no reason really to go to the forest song. So it definitely led them more to ice, because they had obviously there's a lot more checks in ice, and there was no checks over on the forest side. So
Yep. Kirox and Sponge can be pretty close together. Nice cavern.
yeah. But obviously at this point, Namaha has a big lead through Shadow. He still has to clear out Forest, but the biggest thing for why it's GG is Xef hasn't done Forest or any of Shadow yet. That's the biggest difference right now.
Yeah, is unfortunately Xef is just quite a bit behind in progression.
Yeah.
It makes sense trying to find go mode. It's just it's not here.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Because if it had been GTG, things might have been different. But unfortunately, rando will rando in some ways too.
Yeah,
hey,
but
nice
if it had been
arrows.
GTG, Namaha obviously would have done that as well. We already saw them kind of making the play to it when Salty found hookshot and hovers and fire. It was a good call on father-son bonding side for the ice cavern play. It paid off. Sometimes it wouldn't, but today it did for them.
Yeah, I mean it's just choices. Like it's not that Dampe Digging Rush's plays made no sense. It just turned out that that just didn't pay out for them today.
Yeah,
and that's rando for you.
Which is a lot of rando. It's the decision making, especially at this point when skill wise they are so evenly matched. The decision making and routing is typically what's going to decide the matches in these games. It's not going to be a ton of execution because these players are all top 8 players. They're all great players. It's going to come down to the team's decision making at the end of the day. And today that decision making goes to father-son bonding.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and now we instantly see that Jin's fire gets called out by Kirox. We saw Xef start to play Bolero.
Was thinking about it, but I think is at least going to go finish out the
clear out
here.
this because they're still obviously looking for Mirror and Strength 2. They don't know those things are both in Shadow Temple, so it does make sense just to keep clearing out GTG while you're here. He's nearly done with it.
There's no reason to not just finish it out real fast.
Yeah. Yeah, it's go mode Shadow.
They actually get to skip the back, which is nice.
They skip the back. They got to skip that skull. Just throwing out that long shot. Some nice animations there. See it go up and down with the boat.
I will probably look up in the spoiler log where the long shot and strength 3 wound up if we don't see them here as they finish out the scene.
No, we see him. Oh wait, no. He was gonna go do
the back.
He was gonna go, I think, just do Pierre and long shot over, but he doesn't have long shot.
Hey, bye slingshots. How's the seeds so far? Pretty jet. We're in Spotted Bonding are in go mode. They went to Ice Cavern relatively early and found Din's Fire, which led to their go mode Strength 2 and Mirror Shield and Shadow Temple. Kirox out of Dampe Digging Rush only just got Din's about a minute ago.
That was, I mean, it was a pretty jetty seed, because even with not going Ice Cavern as early, like Kirox is still pretty, like he's obviously gonna find the go mode pre 2 hour mark. Like,
he's not too far. He's not far behind Sponge. Well, Sponge obviously knows where all the keys are, but ultimately it's not that huge a difference.
No, it's at this point it's Xef being a little bit behind, but that's just with the way the routing worked out. Because Salty was ahead of Namaha until Namaha pulled the Dins. That then put Namaha ahead progression wise.
Oh yeah.
Whereas Kirox has kind of been the one most ahead over on Dampe Digging Rush's side, but Xef. Oh, we got a PC crash.
Okay, alright. I am the race mod.
Yeah, you go deal with this.
Okay, whoopsies. Okay, I'm gonna be back in a little while.
Yep, no worries. We will hold it over here.
Yep.
So yeah, we're getting an FPA here really quick. Star's gonna go deal with this. Yeah, that's really bad. Okay. I will tell you guys because I tapped into Namaha's sound. Salty is saying he saved in shadow. He has dins, so he just lost his shadow progression. That's it. He only lost his shadow progression, so he lost maybe a couple minutes. Yeah. Yeah, because he just picked up Mirror Shield. Yeah. So we're so yeah, so what's happening here right now, chat, just so you know why you see Sponge moving around but everyone else paused. He is just getting back to where the crash happened. So we're letting him get back to that point. And then all the runners Star will ping them all and they'll all get back going again. Yeah, Gav, you're absolutely right. Like being on VC might have helped him a ton there because you do save more on VC. That is very true.
Alright, okay, so Sponge here is obviously going to catch up, and he will pause whenever he's caught up, so I can count them both down. So I can count them all down to get started. It doesn't look to be too bad. A couple minutes, just the beginning of Shadow, really. So.
Yeah, because he had just gotten Mirror Shield. We were just talking about that. I was talking about that with chat.
Yeah, but I was talking with them about it as well.
Yeah. Luckily, it's not a ton of progress lost.
No. I was worried when I saw him save more back to ice. I was like, oh boy.
Yeah.
But no, not too bad. Yeah.
But yeah, luckily he already had the din, so he didn't have to go back through ice as well. So it's literally just these first couple of rooms of shadow. He does once again still already know where everything is. So
yeah, so he can skip some of the chests already.
Yeah, because he already has. Yeah, but I remember him picking up Mirror, so it's shortly after Mirror where the crash happened.
Yeah, I think he was heading for the fans room.
Yeah. Yeah, there was the boss key. Boss key was super early in Shadow.
It sure was.
Yeah, but that's scary, especially for them. They know they were in go mode. When that happens, like that had to be a scary moment for them. Like just, oh no.
Yeah, F5 is sunbonding our head, correct? So what you're seeing is Sponge had a VC crash about a couple minutes ago, and it's currently catching up real quick. Wasn't too bad, just a few minutes. They'll be going again shortly.
It's a significant. It's a whole like a whole tempo lead, so 10+ minute lead at this point.
All right.
Yeah, so he had a little bit of progress after that, but he saved again just so in case the crash happened. But yeah, it was shortly hereafter. I think the next room is where he crashed.
Yeah, so he should be pausing here shortly.
Yeah, so he killed this one.
He's gonna be pausing real fast.
I think right now. Yeah, there it is.
All right.
What's going on, VXR? Salty crashed. He lost a little bit of progress in Shadow Temple, so when he got his virtual console back up, we were letting him just get back to the point where he was. So now Star is going back and is going to count them all down again.
Yep.
So now everyone will be running again. Yeah, that's why he was moving, but no one else.
All right, just gave them a countdown, and they should be going here in a sec.
All right. So yeah. So if you were Namaha, you go out and you Trailblaze Spirit, right? And
Yeah.
then just do Forest Edge or Go mode.
I would imagine.
I would imagine you would do that, especially because you only need the boss key and what 3 keys to get up to the top technically.
Yeah.
But no, we see him playing Bolero, so he's going out to Forest. Maybe
Yeah.
because there's so few keys, and I think they already have some keys from Child Side. I don't remember which one did Child Side at this point. Yeah, I guess Sponge is technically ahead because Forest Temple is so long. So that's true. That is true.
Yeah, and we do. Good point.
And because they do have keys already from Child Side, that helps as well.
Yeah, we also don't know if we're child locked in Spirit yet.
Yeah, there was at least one key Child Spirit side.
Yeah, there's one Child Spirit. Rukarek Mirror is in Shadow Temple, first spinning Blades room.
So
Kirox will be
Sponge
getting
did
it
Child Spirit, then
soon.
yeah, absolutely. Sponge is the one that should be doing the spirit stuff.
Yeah. Oops, and Namaha just fell in the lava.
He wanted to void out there. Just he was going the wrong direction and just instead of turning around, just void out, be a little bit quicker. He's kind of was I think muscle memorying. Once you go out of there, you clear out the rest of the cavern or crater. And he was just like, wait, no, I need to go do Forest.
Yep, turn around. Don't do that. But yeah, Kirox should be getting strength Mirror Shield here shortly. Strength 2 is also in Shadow Temple, further in on the Pressure Room.
Yeah, Strength 2 is a bit farther, so they'll get the Mirror Shield first.
Right there for Sponge, actually.
Yep. But like we're obviously we're seeing Xef go straight there as well.
No reason not to at this point.
No reason not to with that Dins. Because they also know Forest has nothing. So, yeah. So at this point, Forest is a go mode dungeon for Xef. No reason for him to do it until they get into go mode.
Right.
So yeah, it makes more sense to go to Shadow right now. Because it's quicker.
Yes, indeed. There's Mirror Shield for them. Alright, yeah, that crash was a bit of a scare. I hate dealing with FPA as a...
Yeah, quote go mode Forest Slim Chat.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's still Forest. You basically still do everything.
Yeah.
If you've heard me on comms before, you know I hate Forest Temple.
So do I. It's just so boring.
Yeah.
I hate FPA as a race mod. It's just, oh great. How much do they lose in countdowns and all that stuff? It's never fun.
It's almost a full dungeon averaged out, I think.
I think
because Xef still has to do all of Forest as well.
Yeah, and Xef Xef is about a Shadow Temple behind Namaha right now.
Yeah. Almost a full Shadow Temple behind. Well, basically a full Shadow Temple behind. That's the timing. So yes. Probably around 10 minutes worth of time.
And also, Sponge is a good couple of minutes ahead of Kirox here in Shadow Temple.
Yeah. So between everything, I'd say kind of where Gav guessed 20 minutes ago when we were talking about the lead, and he said it was 10 minutes. That's probably very accurate guess.
Probably about there, yeah. I wasn't sure then, but the GTG not paying off and Shadow paying out confirmed. Yeah, 10 minutes likely. It is a fairly fast Shadow, but it's still Shadow Temple.
Yeah, and it's still Forest as well. Yeah, no, it's father-son bondings to lose, and it would be a pretty big, like it would take a pretty big mechanical error for them to mess up that much time.
Oh yeah,
like, they would have to death cycle in a couple different places. Like maybe they death cycle on Twinrova twice and then died again in a couple different times as well. Like it would be pretty hard to throw this lead at this point.
It really would. Or I mean, they really don't want to see them crash again, but theoretically, if they lost 10+ minutes on a crash, that would also do it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because
that
FPA
would.
only covers 15 minutes total, and they spent 5 minutes of it on that crash earlier.
Yeah. So obviously we don't want to see that happen. But
We really don't.
if we're talking theoreticals, that unfortunately is probably Dampe Digging Rush's best option.
And they
Because
really
they
don't
just
want
saw
to.
that silver gauntlets.
Yeah.
Well, the FPA allows 15 minutes. So what Star was just saying, if it went over that, that's when like
That's when
it
it would
goes.
be up
But
to DDR.
they're given 15 minutes. So like
Yeah.
if let's say a crash happened again and it was 5 minutes of progress lost, they would have to do the pause again. They don't have a choice. If it was 15 minutes lost at this point, they
Then
would be
it
able
would
to
be.
start playing at a point. They would have 5
Yeah.
minutes of free playtime.
They
But
would,
then,
unless they choose to be on. And then at that point, it would be TDR. Wasn't that
oh yeah, they could,
time.
yeah, they'd have the option to wait more than 15 minutes if they wanted to, but
But it is not. That is
it's
not required.
it's not required. And yeah, I agree. They wouldn't at that point.
Yep. Generally, teams are pretty good about things like like crashes and whatnot, because you don't want a race to be decided by something out of your control. It doesn't feel good. You don't want to win because your opponent has had some unfortunate circumstance that has nothing to do with the actual race.
Yeah, and what Gap's saying, like if they won off of FPA, like that's people wouldn't like that. That's not how you. And I'm sure they win off crash. Like no one wants to. You want to win. You want to beat your opponents at their best. You don't want to beat their opponents because something happened.
Yeah.
Like FPA is there to make it so that it's fair and teams are playing each other at full strength. Teams are playing each other at their best. It's not there to bail out a team that's behind.
Yeah, like obviously, we don't want Sponge and Namaha to lose 5 minutes because Sponge crashed and lost 5 minutes. We'd rather have them catch up properly.
Yeah. Yes, Toxic. That did happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. When doing the boat or the bridge, he voided out and had to do the boat again.
Yeah. Nice one cycle for Bongo. Never did saw the big orange, actually, while I'm thinking about it.
No, we have not. Yeah. Spun's given a couple minutes back there. Maybe feeling bad about the crash, making them pause a little bit. So he's like, no, I'll give him like or two here.
Yeah.
Probably closer to the minute side of falling and having to do the boat a second time.
Probably.
He's like, I'll give you guys a little bit time back. Obviously, they don't know where their opponents are, so they're not really thinking that way. He just was trying to be swag and messed up.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. Kirox needs to not fall off in the fan room.
He turned on the iron boots to be safe.
That's
Going with the roll,
idea.
not even side hopping. So yeah, now we see Sponge going out to Spirit. He obviously has keys. We'll see if Child Spirit's going to be required. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully there's at least one key adult side. So you need 3 keys and a boss key to go mode Spirit Temple.
Correct. We know there is one key on the Sunblock room. We have not.
Yeah.
We know there's one on Child Spirit. We have not seen the other 3.
Yeah,
no, there's one Child Climb, I believe.
It was the second chest on Child side, I think, had the key.
Yeah, and there was also one on Child Climb, so we know of 3 so far. We are still missing 2 keys.
Yeah, but some of those are available adult, like Sunroom, Child Climb. You could get those as adult. So as long as there's one key in these first few areas, Namaha will not have to go Child.
Yeah. There are 3 checks here early. including a Song of Time skull, which is hard Song of Time locked.
Yes,
An
we
early
do have
seed
Song of
of
Time
mine.
now.
Indeed,
Okay, so
which is
there's
good.
one that's not a key. So two more. So we got the Song of Time skull. We got the skull that's locked, or the chest that's locked behind the silver rupees.
Yeah. Oh my god, that Song of Time skull, one of my early seeds that kind of started establishing my reputation for being a terrible seed roller, had the boss key on this skull here with Song of Time on AD.
Oh no, that's a heart piece. Okay, there's a little
Just-
child spirit.
Oh
You're really
boy,
gonna
one
make
check
Namaha
left.
put that sword back in?
Quite possibly. Quite
And,
possibly at
and
this
we
point.
still need to find the boss key. That is needed as well.
It is...
Not key locked. Okay.
No.
So no child. We will not be seeing Child Link anymore today. So yeah, so that key, probably child climb key, unless there's two keys like here in the courtyard area. Or even on the front block here. Good. This main open room area. What would you call this room?
Lobby, maybe?
Lobby? Yeah, that's a better word. That was the word I was looking for in courtyard came out.
I was like, I don't think you can call that a courtyard, Derpy.
It's not. I was thinking lobby, but words are hard.
It's fine. Alright. Simultaneous boat ride for Dampe Digging Rush as we hit the 2-hour mark. Happy 2 hours, everyone.
Yes, happy 2 hours. Alright, so nothing in the sunblock room.
Yeah. I wouldn't call this sunblock.
Or the sun room, not sunblock. Yes, I am just off today. Apparently, it's been too long.
It's
We've
okay.
taken too long of a break. It's not sunblock. That's the other room.
Yeah.
Words are hard, Purple. I agree. There's another bomb bag.
Adult spirit. Alright, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, actually.
No worries.
Back in a minute.
Alright, so yeah, so we're looking for really one more key, and the boss key is all that really is needed. Still no keys here. We are going to get to finally check on what's on this skull that Sponge tried to get earlier today. The long shot was in spirit. Oh. So you can get that skull with Boomerang as a child. It's hard, but it's doable. So that could have been the first hook shot for Team Father-Son bonding. But what probably would have happened if Father-Son bonding had gotten that hook shot, I would think they probably would have missed the hovers in Fire Temple. That they wouldn't have done that. So they would have been missing out on hover boots this whole time. So that's honestly a good thing that he wasn't able to kill that skull and get that hook shot early. Like that's actually a big thing that he missed that skull earlier.
Hi, I'm back. What did somebody miss?
Remember that skull that Sponge missed earlier with the bomb shoe?
Oh.
That was a long shot. So we were talking that if he had hit that, they probably would have missed hovers in Fire Temple.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious.
There's the last small key that's needed. So now we're just boss key hunting. Yeah, and we finally found a slingshot.
Yep. Oh, Kirox is going child. Ouch.
Well,
that's the problem. Kirox never got Requiem actually looking at his personal tracker.
Oh, where was Requiem? Oh, Requiem was
Sorry.
Is that Sorry song? Oh, no, so you have to go get Requiem first.
Also, Sponge, this is dead. Okay, I think he just remembered. Whoopsies.
Yeah, he realized. They have notes up that they eventually read the notes. So yeah, so keys right now. So there's obviously the one you get in the room, the child climb key, and that invisible chest small key. Those are the 3 small keys you'll need. Now it's just where is the boss key up here? Is it just a vanilla boss key?
That would be funny.
So yeah, so the time difference right now, we can see it really between Namaha and Xef.
Is a
Obviously,
forest.
Kirox having is a whole forest temple. That's the big time difference between these two.
Yeah. And then Kirox is a whole spirit temple behind Sponge.
Yeah, there's your time difference.
Yep.
For anyone trying to gauge how much the lead is, it's a whole temple basically on each side.
Yeah.
Each of the 2 players are behind one whole temple.
Well, probably around close to 10 minutes each. So.
Yeah. There's the boss key.
Yep. But yeah, it's actually probably a good thing that you didn't get that long shot way back when, because that would have been a lot of repercussions.
It absolutely is. That if you got that long, because that clearly is meant to be your long shot. That, like I said, they would have missed hover boots. There's no way they would have found those hover boots when they did.
Oh yeah, they would have taken that hook shot and go elsewhere.
Yeah, they would have done all this stuff we see them doing now, which means they wouldn't have gotten into Shadow to get Mirror and Strength. Yeah, that
is remarkable.
That miss is the best thing they did today.
Oh yeah, because this could have gone so differently if they had gotten that chew. But it's just kind of funny sometimes. That just happens.
Yeah.
Not even rando. That's just pure luck.
Oh yeah, no, that's luck. But yeah, that's because like if you find that, you think, oh, awesome, I found hook shot. But
it's out of logic, but who cares?
Yeah, it's out of logic, but who cares? The seed just opened up a ton for me. They probably would have done all of GTG. They would have done all these other things that by just missing that one bomb chew, that changed their route so much for the better. Because, well, we know for the better because of hindsight. Hindsight's obviously always 20/20. We know that obviously was huge for them to miss. At the time, we would have even been like excited for them to get that hook shot. We would have thought that was crazy and probably saying, "Oh my god, that's huge for them," not knowing that it really would have hurt them in the long run.
Yeah, but then again, combination of luck and rando being rando.
Yeah, and skill. Don't forget that they have played very well.
They have played quite well, indeed. Not gonna deny that.
A few small things, like Sponge voiding out in Shadow Temple, but still, their execution overall has been really good.
Yeah, Xef and Kirox have also been doing quite well on that front.
Oh yeah, no, and that's what we talked about. At this point, it's not going to be execution that's going to determine these seeds. It's going to be the decision making and routing.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Zaza. Womp, womp, womp. We're almost done. So.
Yeah. We obviously have Salty on Twin Rover here, and then he's just gonna go kill Ganon. Namaha's not far behind. He's getting his second of 3 keys, and just has to pick up his 3rd key and boss key. Kirox is just entering Spirit Temple. But yeah, it's been a good race. So now we have 3 of our top 4 teams figured out once father-son bonding finishes off this victory. The last top 8 match is currently being scheduled, so that should be coming to you guys soon. It's not officially scheduled yet, so we can't announce when it will be. But I know they are working on getting it scheduled. The racers do want to get it done here. So that should be done. And then we're into the top 4, which becomes a best of 3, which obviously changes things a bit. because it's not just one seed determines it. You're gonna have to beat your opponent twice to move into the finals.
Yep. And so that's going to make things more interesting. You have to win 2 games, so
Yeah.
more chances for things to go weird.
Yeah, so that's where it really comes down to just your call might work out one day, might work out the other. That's going to come into play a bit more because of having to win multiple matches. It's not just that one day. So even if you on that first day make the mistake and your play didn't pay out, you still get another chance to come back and stay in the tournament.
Yep.
Yeah,
Those
best of 3 matches for
scheduling, though.
Yeah. Well, at least on father-son bonding and Alpha Gamers, they're all. Oh well, no, Goomba's Sweden. I was gonna say they're all on North America, but never mind. Goomba's Sweden.
So still time zone shenanigans.
Still some time zone shenanigans there. And then I know in our other match, obviously Raikaru and Beryl are both America. If Spike and Fant move on to face them, that would be all America, so time zones match. But if
Arthur and Skyward win.
Yes, Arthur and Skyward, thank you.
Those 2 are Frenchmen, so we get more shenanigans.
So there still might be some time zone shenanigans. But I feel like a lot of the reasons we were delayed here were some vacations by some of the runners, more so than even scheduling issues. It was they had vacations. We understand that. This is obviously a tournament. This isn't everything they do. This isn't their life.
No, this is
so
fun.
Now those vacations are done. So scheduling even across time zones shouldn't be as bad. We should get back to a little bit of a quicker pace like we were doing beforehand.
Will 3rd place match be best of 3 as well? I'm honestly actually good point. We'll discuss that internally probably.
I would think so, right? But yeah, we would discuss
Likely.
that internally. But yeah. Goomba's basically NA for scheduling purposes anyway. Yeah, that's not true.
Also, lol, Bliven saying, yes, hopefully the tournament isn't decided by chickens or skull mask, and Gavin's not happy. Gavier was in the tournament, but got knocked out because of, by Arthur and Skyward, by, chickens.
Chickens with dins, I believe, right? That seed?
Yeah, chickens was dins that seed, and there were other things going on, but ultimately, chickens is the summary of how Gavin Dillon got knocked out of this tournament. Chickens.
Alright, so Star, I think when we get to the point when father-son bonding has wrapped this up, I think I'll be leaving you to do the interviews on your own, because I'll have to leave at that time.
Alright, that would work. So,
yeah. We were able to get through the whole seed before I had to leave, so that's good.
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty confident in these 2 teams' ability to finish sub 3 this seed. I think all of the teams left in this tourney can sub 3 most seed.
Oh yeah. It would take like the unhinted Skull Kid with Zarya Song OOT like type of seed, where like nothing else was in Stone Dungeons or something for it to be above 3 hours. I think at this point.
Yeah, like these runners are good enough to 100% a seed in about 3 hours. We've seen people 100% a seed in about 3 hours, actually.
Yeah, like it would take some weird placement of items to probably have a much more than 3 hour seed.
Yeah, we have seen races go much longer. I was once the moderator for a race that was not restreamed, but only one person sub-4'd it. It should also be noted
are just in
that
weird locations, that can still happen.
Yeah, it should be noted that I love the people involved, but those were teams who ultimately did not make it to brackets, I suppose is one way of putting it. In terms of skill level, I suspect that seed could have gone a decent bit faster with teams of this caliber
everyone
here.
At this point,
but
like is talent-wise definitely.
Oh yeah.
Definitely at the point where they belong here.
Yeah.
So, we can expect most seeds to probably end like the worst of seeds end around 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna see our first Ganon kill here soon at 2:13, which is a really good time. Like that's a very quick seed.
Yeah, it should be about a 2:15 finish, I think, overall.
Yeah, we have in chat kind of keeping track of where they were compared to Namaha and Salty. So we have about 11 and 13 minutes behind, respectively.
Yeah, so about a 12-minute difference overall, which is
Yeah.
makes sense considering how this seed went. Pretty close though overall.
Oh yeah, shout outs to Gav though for calling that just over 10-minute lead like an hour ago when they first got it. He instantly knew how far ahead they were. So shout outs to Gav.
Yep. Now there's phase 1 of Ganon down for Sponge. His picked up the Master Sword is now going to finish it off, as Namaha is also on his way to Ganon's castle. Kirox is climbing Spirit Temple, and Xef is fighting Meg. This is the only pub I actually reliably remember the name of.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know the other pub names are Red, Blue, and Green, and then Meg. Red, Blue, Green, and Meg.
Yeah. And alright, that is Ganon down for Sponge.
Yep, so that's a GG. And we see, obviously, Namaha walking into Ganon's castle. And
that's
I'll
Sponge
cut out
finishing.
Here.
Yep.
Yep,
See you, Derpy. Thank you for commentating with me.
I'll cut out when Namaha finishes up.
Yeah. Yeah, there's Sponge finishing first place with a time of 2:14.57. Just sub 2:15. GG's. Namaha won't be far behind.
Yeah, they'll be what, like maybe 2 minutes, 3 at most separated between Namaha and Salty.
It wasn't.
Just however long it takes him to beat. Oh, he's does. Yeah, maybe 3 to 4 minutes.
4 minutes or so. Not too bad.
Yeah, but I mean
that's
a really good time to like be that close. Oh, as long as he does not die to.
Yeah, you're not. That would help. That would help a lot.
Oh, Namaha, don't do it. Going to bomb two strats to stay alive.
I mean, he does. It makes sense. Okay, seriously, don't die. Phew. Thank you.
Okay, he did.
Alright, that gave me a bit of a scare there. I mean, they would have won anyway, but it's still nerve-wracking to see a runner get controlled by iron knuckles.
They don't know that.
They really don't.
As far as they know, Dampe Digging Rush are both fighting Ganon right now.
Oh yeah, we have had races come down to 16 seconds difference on average. Like, that is the kind of race where you really worry.
Yeah, we've had like less, like 10 seconds, like separating the averages. Like there have been some crazy close races in this tournament.
I don't think we've had sub 10 seconds. I know we've had sub 10 seconds between individual runners, but I don't think we've had 10 seconds average.
I know I commed one that was like incredibly close.
I
like
think we might have been co-coms on second difference ones, Derpy. I don't remember, honestly.
Yeah, it's been a while.
16 seconds is nutty. One team finished first and fourth.
I think that was 16 seconds.
Yeah, I think one team finished first and fourth, the other finished second and third, and the math worked out.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous. Just seeing all 4 runners be so close.
Yeah. Hopefully we get some of those, especially here going into the Final Four and championships. Like if we can get those close of seeds at that point, that's stream value right there.
Oh my god, I remember that was an incredibly close 16-second difference.
Yeah, I remember. I think we were co-comming that one. I like we were trying to like calculate and figure out like who was in the lead and who had the time lead. Like as we were doing it, and it was just like hard. Like it was almost impossible. Yeah, Namaha missing the one cycle by 1 Master Sword slash right there. It's unfortunate, but was able to save it. The one cycle of the Master Sword is not the easiest thing in the world. These runners probably get it more often than not, but it still isn't easy.
No.
All right, and yeah, so we just saw Xef. Xef now has to go do Spirit, but obviously knows where the keys are. Kirox is obviously finishing off Twin Rova, but it might not even be out of Twin Rova by the time Namaha finishes up.
That's debatable, yeah.
Depends on this is
just
last
like a spoiler for a few items, I'll just reveal them afterwards.
hit. All right. Yeah, no, I think Namaha will be. It'll be close between the Ganon kill and the Twin Rova kill.
It will.
Oh no, he still has more hits on first phase. Never mind, it might not be that close.
Okay, not too close. No.
Yeah, never mind. I thought he was finishing up first phase like the last 2 hits, but apparently not. Apparently, yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So phase 1 of Twin Rova down for Kirox, just as Namaha finishes off phase 1 of Ganon.
Yeah. Who is phase 2 is faster. I'm gonna go with the Ganon.
Probably Ganon.
much quicker Ganon because that Master Sword jump slash stored damage just like, oh, not even doing the crowd stabs, just going for all the jump slashes.
I think it is technically faster if you get it.
Yeah, I mean with that angle especially, like where you can actually see the tail. Yep. So officially, Ganon is faster.
Yep.
No, actually, no. Zelda cutscene might slow it down enough.
Yeah.
And yep. Oh no, Twin Rover phase 2 faster. Zelda took too long to power up the sword.
Yeah.
And
that is
GG.
Namaha, finishing second, time of 2:20:12. GG's.
All right, Star. This is where in chat I need to go. I got something I need to do. I had fun.
Yep.
I will definitely.
Thanks for coming,
I'll talk to
Derpy.
you all later.
And all right, so we're gonna see if we can get Sponge and Namaha in for an interview. Very well played indeed by both teams. Kirox and Xef, they're pretty close. Kirox is gonna sub 230. This won't be too much more than that for Xef, it looks like. And so they will finish out the seed. Hopefully we'll get them for an interview afterwards, but we will be getting Namaha and Sponge in for an interview. Hi! GG's!
Oh, hey, what's up? GG's.
Peeps need to stop wishing me good luck, because I really...
Wow.
As soon as I found that hook shot and Spirit on that one skull I didn't get because my tube missed, we had like a moment of panic, and then we're like, oh wait, this saved us time. Never mind.
Oh yeah, because you wouldn't have gone to Fire Temple otherwise.
No, we
Yeah,
would not
exactly.
have. Yo, shout out to that hook in the map chest and fire for saving our tournament life.
For sure. Can you imagine?
Oh my god, that you were
The
a
Spirit
couple
Temple
minutes.
hook.
Oh my god, yeah. Just after you realize so much later, like nearly 2 hours later. Oh wow, that would have been a huge difference.
Mhm. So wait,
Oh,
did Xef
man.
and Kirox get that as their first hook?
No, they so
They didn't,
Kirox
okay.
was like about a minute or two maybe ahead of you in Fire Temple, I think, Sponge.
Oh, okay. So they hovers just before us then.
Yeah, so you guys are pretty close on hovers. So what wound up being the main big difference is you guys found out it was logical AD, but I think it was you, Namaha, who went to Ice Cavern,
Yes.
found Dins, and also found Serenade. Hey, it's logical AD. Thanks, game.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that was funny. Whereas Kirox and Xef hadn't done Wolfos Grotto yet, so they went to Sacred Forest Meadow and found out it was AD by finding Saria's song. And they took longer to get to Ice Cavern to get Dins, and they also wound up going GTG. And that wound up making pretty much the big difference here. So Kirox is currently on the Iron Knuckles. Xef just blew up the face in the Spirit Temple, so not too far behind.
Sweet.
Yeah, nice. Nice. I'm really interested to watch this one back.
Oh, this was
Yeah.
super interesting. Really close match
Yeah,
between you guys. Quite well matched. Just routing choices really came down. It was what it came down to. Going different areas and different times in a different order. You guys went Ice Cavern earlier. Yeah, chat bringing up that furores and oh man, we thought
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
I
'cause-
know about the void strat. There's like one of the platforms that you can trigger that it'll like jump up in the air and then you get under it and it'll void you out and send you back up to the last door you went into. That could have let me preserve my Furor's win that was in GTG, which I kind of like wasted a good couple of minutes to get it set there and then ended up
Yeah.
not using it. So it would have been better for me to do that void strat and keep the FW there. Obviously, it didn't matter in the end. We didn't get punished because that's how we do.
but it could have made a difference there for sure.
It could.
GTG had so Zeph cleared it out. It had basically nothing that I can remember.
I was gonna say we'd found pretty much everything except the last strength upgrade, right? And then the
Yes.
other scale, I guess. The other scale.
Yeah,
Fire
last
arrows.
strength, other scale,
I had
big
fire
Oran's.
arrows.
Oh, you did?
They were
Okay.
in Shadow Temple, so I didn't say anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so fire arrow. So yeah, strength 3, the last scale. You never saw big Oran's sword.
Oh, true. Yeah, missed the big stabby.
All right. So you guys just this
Oh,
got a
no,
bit of a laugh.
Kirox.
Oh, Kirox getting killed by Dwarf.
Dang.
Your last strength upgrade was in the well.
Ah, nice. Okay, so we wouldn't
Locked
have
by
been punished
Shadow
by
Temple.
rushing Storm's checks. But yeah, I was
No.
locked by Shadow, so it didn't really matter. We were
Nope.
considering what to do after Shadow and Forest if they didn't end up having our go mode, and GTG and Storm's checks were like way up on the list.
Oh yeah, of course. Yours. So the big orange sword got a laugh out of me because that was in the treasure chest game.
Oh yeah,
Cutscene
nice.
skip in Forest. He goes to the door and he's like, "Wait, is that a thing?" And I'm like, "No, it's not, you idiot! Like, you have to go back and do it again."
I had to kill the foe. I had to shoot the paintings again, and I had like 3 arrows left. That was funny.
And your last skill is light trial.
Was light trial sick? Okay. What about that big stabby?
That was Len's. Len's game was big stabby.
Oh, that was okay. I couldn't hear what you said was in there. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, that got me a laugh. All right.
I was so sad I
Zeph-
couldn't pick up the lens.
Yeah.
Not
Zeph
bad,
getting.
bad set.
Yes, Zeph finishing Tornrova just as Kirox gets into Ganon, so they'll be done here pretty quick.
Indeed.
Yeah, really close race, really well matched between you guys. Really interesting to watch too, as you guys. That hook shot took quite a while to find.
Yeah, it sure did. We had a bit of a lengthy child one, which was cool because we then like never went back child. I was
That was
curious,
very nice.
Did Zep and Kirox do the same thing? Did they have a long child one where they did Jabu in that, or did they?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Although Kirox didn't do Child Spirit, then he wound up going back to Child Spirit afterwards to get the key.
Okay.
And because he also never got Requiem, so that probably cost.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, I ended up getting Requiem pretty late as well.
Yeah. Yeah, no, somewhere else. One thing that might have didn't end up making an actual difference was Kirox went Ganon's Castle, and then went Ganon's Castle, then went to DC early and got that magic and scale along with the bomb bag. But bowling didn't end up paying out, so that wound up not making a difference ultimately.
Yeah, we were a little concerned with how long it took us to get into the Dongos. Fortunately, it was just the magic in there, and that didn't really do a whole lot for us at the time. So we didn't really end up being punished by putting it off for an extra 20 minutes or whatever, how long it took us.
Yep. Also, speaking of Kirox, GG's to him, finishing in there with a time of 2:27:44.
GG's.
Yep. Zeph is just a couple minutes behind, currently on Iron Knuckles. Hopefully won't die. You were really close there, Namaha.
Being a little reckless with that. Like, fine,
We
I'll
noticed.
pull out the explosives when I was in one-shot range.
Yeah, we were a little more organized there. It wasn't going to make the difference, but it would have been a
Yeah.
little womp womp if we had died.
Yeah.
Your VC crush gave me a scare too, Sponge.
It's a good thing Sponge is in the habit of saving often because yeah, that could have been bad.
You have to
Yeah.
on DC. It's like
Yeah.
part of the job.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do not want to lose. Like, thankfully, only more than a couple minutes. Like, you only lost about like what, 5 minutes there. Not too bad.
Yeah, it wasn't
Less
bad. He
than
just had to
5.
get back into Shadow and get back to where he was.
Like as a race one, oh man, FPA calls are always really nerve wracking.
I know, yeah. Especially if you don't know how much was lost.
Right, like I found out when I got into your VC. Like as I got in, Spongy had just saved quit. I was like, "Oh, ice cavern. Hopefully that you still have dins. Okay, good. Phew. All right."
That Ice Cavern trip was really quick though, since he walked in with the blue fire.
Yeah.
Walk to the room with Dins and then you're done.
Imagine
That was
using
a
your
really
blue
nice
fire on
play.
Deku Back Skull.
Well, you'd save scum it, right? I guess you could save scum it.
Imagine
I don't know how
resetting
worth
on
it would be.
DC.
Oh yeah.
Here's speaking of actually funny thing is, Kirox did in fact during his early DC dip use blue fire to get the scrubs by the bomb bag chest.
Nice. Okay. You can use strength to get that too, but blue fire is cool.
Is that in
That's
logic?
actually pretty high IQ. I don't think
Blue
the strength
fire is
trick
not.
or blue
I don't
fire.
think strength trick is in logic. Blue fire definitely isn't.
Yeah, you can use blue fire to blow up the mud walls.
Yeah, I was
Yep,
just
you can.
concerned because I was curious if the seed would logically be like, you can get infinite blue fire from Ganon's castle, therefore all these mud walls are in logic, going
Yeah.
back and forth.
It would be a nightmare if that was allowed logically. Like if that
Oh
blocked your
my
first bomb
god,
bag.
that would be. Thankfully not. It's I don't know why that is what it is. I would say it probably boils down to OOT is a well-coded game.
Maybe one day we'll do like a Freaky Friday with starting with 4 bottles full of blue fire and that trick is in logic.
You still need access to blue fire too. Is the other thing. Either 2 wallets or ice cavern access.
You can have open bridge, it's fine.
Or water child. Yeah, you still
Yeah.
need blue fire access for that bottle
Yeah.
too.
You're right.
Diesel saying in chat, that sounds worse than that required fish ER planter sponge. Do I want to know what that is?
Yeah, it basically it centers around, like, we were deciding on a plando and it was this full ER with the only way to get to all of the grottos with the fish in it is to drop a fish in front of Jabu, therefore requiring you to buy a fish, logically.
Oh,
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Oh man. Shop sending the blue fire at 1 rupee. You would have to change the base cost of the blue fire in the shop to 1 rupee, Zaza, not a random blue fire bottle,
Or
because
just like start them with double wallets. You don't need to turn shop sanity on. You can just have the double wallets on, and the blue fires will be there in the potion shops.
Drew, where are you?
You don't need to make this fun. It's not a fun idea. I don't know why we're trying to make it fun. It's never gonna work.
Oh man. It would be something, all right. But the only bottle has an big pose with ice chef on big pose. Fun facts: big pose can be way of the hero because the only way to get rid of them of big pose is by turning it in.
I've had that happen exactly one time, where a way the hero had pointed to a big Poe in a bottle.
Yeah, those are always fun. But hey, all right. Xef here is about to finish up, has taken down Ganon, Zelda's stunning him, and Xef here will be finishing here in 4th place with a time of waiting for race time to turn up. Oh, okay. Is gonna drop a couple bombs again in space.
Oh, okay. Gotta show them what's what. There it is.
Yeah, there it is. 2:33:01.
GG's.
Alright, let me go compute average times real quick, and then I'll ask them for interview. Alright, so your average time was 2:17:35, and their average time was 2:30:22. So just under 13 minutes difference between the two of you. Very well played. Very nice match, too. GG's to you guys also for moving on to the next round. Semifinals.
Yeah.
Yay, best of 3.
GTG and co-op Pepe hands.
That was
Kirox's
Kirox's comment.
comment. All right, they are willing to come in for an interview, so I'll tow them up. And there's Xef Kirox. Salut, GG's.
Salut.
Salut.
GG's.
And GG's, yeah. So you guys did GTG, huh? Fell for the trap.
Of course.
Bye.
I came really close. I dropped FW in there and did the first 2 checks and bailed. And then I got rid of my FW, so I was never going to go back.
Yeah. You fell down all of Fire Temple and
Oh,
used
yeah. I fell down right before the hookshot in Fire Temple and had used FW to get back up because I didn't think about the void out strat in time.
Yeah, you could avoid.
Yeah. But hey,
yeah,
not punished. GTG ended up being the trap in the end.
I swear to God.
GG
As it
checks.
always is.
GTG was
Yeah.
a nightmare the whole tournament, to be honest.
Every match we did, either we did GTG and it was a trap, or we didn't do GTG and it had everything. So.
It's always a trap, even if it's
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man, it did help Xef Kirox. So the two of you went Ice Cavern a good bit later than Sponge and Namaha as well.
Yeah, the sad thing is we were going to go Ice Cavern and then I found Hookshot just right before Xef went to Ice. So we were like,
no.
you gotta take the hook before going to Ice, of course.
Oh, yeah.
And then I went Forest, and then Xef was like, GTG is better with Hookshot, and yeah.
I think we did something similar, but like I found the Dins slightly before, like I found the Dins in Ice Cavern slightly before Sponge found the hookshot.
Yeah.
Namaha
You
was in
went-
ice before I was even in fire.
Yeah,
Oh, so you went in Ice Cavern without the hookshot?
I did.
Wait.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I had FW available, so the plan was just peek the skulls and drop FW there if we need to come back with the hook.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
with FW, it's an okay play, I guess. Yeah, we didn't want
that
to
was
do
our
it.
thought process, yeah.
We didn't want to do it before Hookshot, but yeah.
Yeah, we were putting it off a little bit too, but eventually we just needed to split Ice and Fire because those were the only big locations left that were like actually good to check. You know, we had GTG available too, but without a hook, and I don't think we had like a bomb bag or anything at that point, so we couldn't do hookless
Yeah.
GTG effectively.
Also, it was a good thing too. I'm not sure if you noticed Kirox Xef, but Sponge, I think it was Sponge, failed to bomb chew the lobby skull in Spirit Temple. Early on in
Oh,
the
yeah.
seed.
Oh yeah.
That was your long shot.
Yeah, we didn't know about that until we were in go mode.
But if they had gotten that hook shot, they wouldn't have probably might not have gone fire, and that would have changed things quite a bit.
So did you continue after the hook shot and get the hovers on that same trip into fire
Yes.
then? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Both of
Yeah,
us did that.
we got it.
Good.
Yeah, it was our hope. We were hoping you wouldn't have continued and just rush Forest or something, but
Yeah, that was our hope too. That you guys did.
But like you have FW, there's no way you can't use it in here because like the Goron's got magic. Like
Yeah, like
there's
it's so
no
free.
way.
Yeah. But we
Like
both
the
big brained it.
temptation.
Damn.
Yeah.
yeah, because when we saw everything was in shadow and we found Dean's quite late, we were feeling behind, so it was kind of our only hope that you didn't
Yeah,
continue
yeah.
fire. So
That was the big stickler, is if you bail out of fire after the hook shot, and I guess how late you go Ice Cavern are the
Yeah,
sticking
I-
points for the seed.
I don't think it's a good play to bail out because Scarecrow is free check and it's quite fast. So
That was
Agreed.
Sponge's reasoning. Yeah, it's 3
Yeah.
quick checks right up there. Like you might as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with that
Yeah.
setting, it's pretty strong.
I was going to do only Scarecrow. I didn't want to continue after, but yeah, I guess it was the only thing needed, so it was cool. But
Oh, so did you full clear then, or did you bail after the hook?
no. I got the over and rushed Forest after that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we did the same thing then.
Yeah.
It was only 2 checks and 2 keys and just too long.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, never saw the rest of it. Did take a look at the spoiler log, Xef Kirox. Your last strength upgrade was locked behind Shadow Temple in the well.
Oh, okay.
Your big Oron sword was on the treasure chest minigame, which nobody ever checked. Deep Fire had, let's see, yep, small key on the compass chest. Highest Goron had a boss key, and Megaton Hammer had a skull token.
Okay.
Yeah, not much use, figured. Water Temple was, let's see. Water Temple had, River Chest had your last wallet.
Okay, that's where the wallet was. I was wondering.
Yep.
Oh yeah, because we had to shoot the sun wallet. I guess wallets didn't matter at all though. So
No, they really didn't. I mean, technically, you might have wanted a slingshot.
yeah, that was the only wallet locked thing besides one of the wallets.
But
Yeah.
there was one in spirit anyway, so
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
there? Okay.
That was a funny logical AD for Minuet.
Minuet.
Sure, you need a wallet logically, because I don't think you can get that slingshot. Like, because it's logical ED, so I don't think you can get that spirit slingshot if I remember correctly.
No, the Forest Temple locked nothing.
I'm mixing this seed up with another one.
yeah, you
It
probably
happened.
can get the shoot the sun one with the long shots either way.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Shoutouts to Away with the Hero Bolero because first hookshot and first
Yep.
and hover
Oh
beats
yeah,
were both
I
involved.
didn't even notice.
Mhm.
Nice. Would have been better with Bolero and AD, but
Yeah, that would
I
have
know,
been
right?
funny.
Actual way of the hero. Was... Wow.
That would have been funny. No, also nice hinted Sunsong Grave having the hammer. Thankfully Sunsong was early. We were kind of wondering for a sec where that would be.
Yeah, the
And
early
whether
game
or
was
not
pretty
that
kind, to be honest, with the song layout and the items that were available. Felt
Yeah.
pretty good about the early game with the seed.
Did feel a little bad, Kirox. You had to go, but you went back Child to get Requiem and do Child Spirit for the key.
well,
It
yeah,
was more for safety.
Well,
yeah, it was definitely faster than crossing the desert, so I had to do it.
it
Yeah, for
it made
sure.
sense. It just felt kind of bad that you spent an extra couple minutes.
Yeah, for the key, but I didn't know if there was one in adult, so I kind of
sure,
had
it's
to do it
it's the best
to be
play.
safe because
Yeah.
the other way was just too bad. So
No,
And-
it made sense.
the key was early anyway, so
Wasn't too bad. The key layout overall in Spirit Temple was pretty nice. Although Sponge, I did see that you completely forgot all about that. Sponge, you forgot that the Colossus left hand was hinted at. I saw there.
I
Yeah.
yelled at him about it like right as he entered the door to the Iron Knuckle fight. It's like Sponge, no, it's dead. Oh.
You know, that happens like literally every single race.
Yeah.
Rang chest, mirror shield chest, pot, like just I'm clearing all the dead checks.
Hey, at least Skullmask was hinted at this seed.
Oh, we're
Oh,
3
yeah.
for 3. Let's keep it going.
Hell yeah.
3 bracket matches, 3 dead Skullmask hints. Let's keep it going.
You'll love it. No chickens today, but that was alright. We didn't have
I
any
think you won't have to
We-
wear GTG on your NES matches.
chickens.
We held up our end of the bargain. No chickens.
Oh man, this seed was logically, thank you, oops, logical AD 19 spheres. I'm not surprised. The list of parent locations is quite long. Kokiri Forest, Lost Woods, Gerudo Valley, Gerudo Fortress, Haunted Wasteland, Colossus, Outside Ganon's Castle, Death Mountain Trail, Domain, Fountain, and Jabu were all useless.
Wow, that
Is
is quite a
GTG
few.
on that list?
No, it is not, actually.
What's in there?
What
Sure,
was in there
bottle
that makes it?
Nehru's or a bottle or a slingshot or something, I guess.
Let's see. Gerudo Trading Grounds had a slingshot.
Yeah, there you go.
Really?
Yay.
Slingshot in the center chest was the thing that
Not
made it
buried.
novel. That is the
Clearly
only
not
thing.
a foolish choice.
It is the only thing in there is a slingshot in the center chest.
and we couldn't
Speaking of
even get it
neighbors-
because it was behind Strange 2. Nice.
Did you-
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, your last your your last strength and Neru's love are both in the well. Not getting those.
Oh, nice.
That was a nice thing to have of not rushing, not thinking about the well on the whole great
It was
part
nice,
of the
yeah.
field. It was not wide open, so it was cool.
Yeah, that was nice.
For
Song
sure.
hints that song hint was pretty nice. Song of Storms on Burning Cack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that
What
was a good one to
wasn't
see.
Yeah, what wasn't the useful song hint though was I got a good laugh out of that prelude hint.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Oh,
It's like,
Yeah.
wow, thanks for giving us the hinted check that we got 5 seconds into the game. Thanks. That was helpful. Good information.
I know, right? That was
And
just
where was the Pierre hint today? Huh? I feel like we always get Pierre hints when it's pointless because you have to go up there anyway to kill the skulls. Here it
right.
would have been
But
actually
today,
useful.
nope, they just told you, hey, nope, you're gonna get the hit that for the check you did 5 seconds into the game instead.
That's just as good, right?
Right. The others were more useful. Thankfully, you never needed a wallet. The one on Critter Scrubs is
Yeah.
actually the Goron tunic on Critter Scrubs is actually Way of the Hero because the others were all wallet locked.
Oh yeah, true. Nice.
Because Spirit Temple, Spirit Temple wallet locked and Shoot the Sun were all hookshot locked.
Good stuff.
Yep, good stuff. Love
Way
the
the Hero
scene.
tunics.
Yep,
love to
Way
see
of the Hero tunics.
And Bolero and Goran Tunic are Way of the Hero today. What a seed.
I feel like this
Yeah.
seed would have been meaner with hints on. Like
Honestly,
Way of the Hero.
Yeah.
Way of the Hero hints for Bolero and Goran Tunic.
Yeah.
Cack Way of the Hero for like the slingshot in the market or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yep. Actually, Interesting. Iron boots are Way of the Hero.
Wait, what was?
Why?
Iron boots?
Boots?
For the AD?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
the
for
AD, right? I was
AD,
trying to
yeah.
remember why that was Way of the
Oh,
Hero
yeah.
offhand.
That's logical AD.
Whoopsies, brain fart. Yeah, Way of the Hero, AD. Lovely seed.
Sure
A
was.
very fast seed. Just logically not fun. That's how my seeds tend to go, though. Either they're really trolly or they're nice, but the logic's a nightmare.
Tends to be the two options.
It would have
This is
been
good.
interesting to know the way of the hero during the seed. The
I
hints.
really would
Yeah.
have.
The hints.
It
It
would have
really
been
would have
interesting to
changed how we
see.
played it, I think, yeah.
Yeah, perhaps you guys might have gone fire earlier with if Bolero was hinted Way of the Hero.
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because your list of Way of the Heroes was Nocturne, Bolero, Letter, the strength out of the Ganon's Castle Scrubs. You could technically get the one out of the well if you skip the Shadow Temple one for some reason. Not technically strength 2 locked.
Yeah.
Sun Song, obviously, for the hammer, Boomerang, Zeal, Requiem, Lights, that Goron tunic out of the Crater Scrubs, Irons, both hook shots, Hovers, Dins, Mirror Shield, and Minuet were all Way the Hero for the seed.
Nice. Definitely some good bait in there.
Imagine Minuet, Suns, and Bolero all being Way of the Hero in the same seed.
Right? But they are, because Bolero, funnily enough, locked both your hookshot and your both hookshot and hovers. Technically, you can get the Spirit Temple hookshot with Boomerang, but that's not in logic unless you turn the trick on.
Yeah, we were
That's
talking
something
about
to
that.
consider later.
It is a useful thing to know in case that has an out of logic. Because
Hookshot
in
or
this seed
something?
it was better. In this seed it was better that you didn't get that hookshot, but in other seeds that might have been really nice.
Not punished.
Hell
Not
yeah.
punished. Oh man, but no, GG's guys. Xef Kirox, sorry to see you guys go. Well played, top 8.
Yeah, we take that.
Yeah.
We weren't
Yeah.
expected to go that far, to be honest. But we did it.
Considering we almost had to play how do you call it?
Tiebreaker.
a tiebreaker, yeah, to get out of group. So top
Oh,
8
yeah.
is nice.
Oh my god, yeah. We were discussing near the end of the series close finishes, and yeah, you guys nearly had a 3-way tiebreaker after a match that was decided by 16 seconds in your group. That was nutty. 16 seconds. Closest match I've ever had in this tourney. No, and GG's to Sponge and Namaha here too. You guys are moving on to semifinals next. You'll be facing off against Riley and Goomba.
Yep, good luck.
Thank you, thank you. Won't
Good
beat
luck
it.
to you guys. Funny thing is, Riley was actually part of Sponge and Namaha's multi-world team.
Oh yeah,
It would be
that,
easy to
that guy.
schedule, to be honest.
Yeah, true.
Chat was discussing how you guys benched Riley or something.
Nah, Riley ditched us. That's what happened. That's the lore.
We politely suggested that he leave.
And he paired up with Goomba instead. So you guys will be
Yeah.
facing off against each other next in a best of 3 match. So good luck on that.
Should be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, it should be. Not too many matches left in this tourney. You've got that one. You've got the remaining quarterfinal between Spike and Fant, Mary Poppins, and Team the Club du Désert versus Arthur A. Skyward left for our last quarterfinal. And the winner of that moves on to face King
That match been
Zorgo, Burr,
scheduled?
Captain Tuna Spice, or whatever the heck they're called right now.
What week is it? They have a new name. Have
They're trying to
Mary
schedule
Poppins
it right
and the
now.
Club... Okay, they're trying to schedule. Gotcha.
They're trying to get it for next week. I'm probably gonna go ping them once we're done here.
Cool.
And but yeah, so hopefully we will get those matches scheduled soon, and we'll have some more action going on. Nearing the end of this tourney now.
Heck yeah.
And also shoutouts here, might as well since we're wrapping up, to our runners, Namaha Sponge, Xef Kirox, to my co-com Derpy, who did unfortunately have to leave early and had something else come up. Thankfully, at least was able to be here for the whole race because this is pretty fast. And to our trackers, Winnie Demon and Purple, as well as to Helmite, who funds everything.
Yep. Thanks everybody.
Shoutouts. Hell yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks for the restream. Putting
Thanks.
this on. I can't wait to watch this back. It's gonna be fun.
All right, this is. Good question.
Yeah, everyone, thanks very much. 1 second. Yes, everyone, thanks very much.
Yep, CSR is doing
let me see, who's
stuff. Let me see what Twitch
Who
decides.
is online? I saw that basically,
Oh, nice, I
all
forgot
the
about that.
CSR were racing something. Squab Center is having double future. Yeah, Lex vs Aston and Bitsy vs Nagi, so